Good evening and welcome to Midnight's Edge After Dark. It is a new week. We're here. We've got Mexican Iron Man with us. How you doing, sir?
Very well. Arriba.
Are you still killing bots over there?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I have tonight. Oh shit! Almost dropped my laptop. Tonight, any of those bots show up tonight? We got the Battlestar Galactica original bot blaster. Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. By your Tom, I shall eliminate the bots by your command.
Lift it up just a little bit more.
Or in case script tells me to, by script's command.
So you got that from Gary for your birthday. Gary Ambrosia sent that to you, right?
Yep. Oh my god, it's like so
It's
solid.
beautiful. It's awesome. It's from the original mold. That's awesome.
Yep. And I got something else to show later in the show from our good buddy Andy Masterson.
Oh, and I thought it was going to be your wiener.
No.
What?
No, there's a sound clip. And also with us, the one, the only Script Doctor. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. It's spring in Canada. It's great. I can't wait for better weather.
No shit. We had it was beautiful the last few days here. It's raining in 40 today, 40 degrees
Who
Fahrenheit.
wants to guess the temperature today in Hilton Head Island?
It's probably what it was like here yesterday. We had
probably
like
68 or 72.
We had 77 yesterday and 73 the day before that. It was like, oh my God, it was like a spring. It's gorgeous. And then today it just turned to shit where I'm at. But let's not talk about the weather. There's more things going on than the weather. Like, let's say hello to all these lovely folks in the chat. We've got Dr. Coffin Nails who says, hit that like button, folks. That's right. Hammer it home. We got Dr. Dragon in the house. Kenneth LaRock is here. He says, hey, y'all. Thank you for being a member as well. We also have War Monkey. We have Too Much here. Lombardi 1969's here. We got how do you say that? Immelman Ace, if I say that right. Immelman. I probably said that wrong a million times. Immelman. Thank you. I can't read. John Capolla's here. Louis X Sparrow's here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Spider Unlimited's here, and he's also a member. Thank you as well. We got Duck Nation who says, it's time. That's right. It's time for Midnight's Edge After Dark. We get some people in here, and then we'll talk about some news. But in the meantime, we got a super chat from one and only Hillis Mallory. He says, what up, Tom? What up, Hillis? How you doing? Thank you so much for the super chat and being a member. We appreciate that. We got 6 in the chat as well. Zacharat's here. We've got Dash Attack. Hamdinger is here, and I am here as well, Hamdinger. So glad to see you. And that is the top of the chat. So, all right. We got a few more people coming in. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We've got Marks 47. We have Coffee Lover here. You're not invisible. Shh. You're not quiet. You said it too loud. See, we got Coffee Lover here. We also have Liam McNeil here. Says there was no toxic femininity last night. We had sick ladies. So unfortunately, there was. We just said, you know what? We're just going to take the night off since Nina and Lorena and Mandy were all not feeling the best. So yeah, but hopefully everybody's feeling better. I seen Nina was on BBC today, so she must be feeling better, which is good. Yes, your cover is blown, Marks. Sorry to say. And yes, happy birthday to William Shatner.
Oh,
91 years old.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I'm 91. Thank you. Nobody's going to congratulate me.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shat.
Happy birthday, my honor.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. You didn't care.
No, Mr. Shatner. You were like my stepdad as a young Mexican taco boy.
I should disown you. You didn't even say happy birthday to me, son.
Happy birthday, Dad. And thank you for teaching me, providing me with role modeling learnings so that as an adult, I could model my adult dating life after your dating life, sir.
Yeah, and then I guess Lorena was talking to Valiant today, so hopefully she's feeling better indeed. Explain Wisconsin weather. Basically, you can have every single season in the matter of a week. No joke. Like this week was a grand example. Last week there was snow on the ground.
What?
We had 77 degree weather yesterday, and then now it's 40 and raining again with the possibility of snow. So that is Wisconsin weather for you.
Yeah, it sounds like Canada.
I was just gonna say it's a lot like
That
Canada.
is
I imagine.
completely depressing. How the hell
It
do you
is.
function that way?
I can't.
There's lots of cheese.
Wow. How do you? Wow. So you guys don't have seasons proper.
No, not really. Well, summer it's summer and winter's winter, but outside of that, spring and fall are kind of like blinter
We don't have any snow or ice ever here on Hilton Head Island.
or slinter.
I'm very envious of you.
I'm gonna get you guys are gonna beat on me. I'm gonna get hit over the head with I'm gonna get banned by.
This is a good question here from Night of Snoke, who wants to know: will Yoda even show up in future Star Wars projects now that Frank Oz quit Disney? Well, Frank Oz never technically worked for Disney.
Yep.
Contractor.
Contractor.
He has not been a part of the Muppets for a while, but he has been more than happy to work with Lucasfilm when it comes to Yoda. He did voice Yoda for The Last Jedi, that kind of stuff.
They don't want him no more.
As far as the Muppets go, no. If they really want Yoda to show up in something, if it's live action, then Frank Oz will generally be there. Otherwise, they have that other guy who does the voices behind the scenes, I think so. Mad says, I'm here. What did I miss? Did we win? I didn't. We won something?
Yes. The answer is yes, Mads. Yes.
What did we win? I want to know what we won now.
I'm lost. What?
Yep, that's about right.
All right.
Is
I
that
imagine Michigan's similar.
Matt? That's Mads.
Mad Magnificent.
What did I miss? Did we win? Yes, you won Intern of the Year.
He was Mad Mardigan for a while.
Yeah.
And then was it the Howard Estate came after him for copyright infringement?
I don't know. He has so many problems. I don't get it. What is it with you, Mad? You got, I don't know. Anyhow, we have ActionCom in the house who says, Mike, who is Mexican Batman? I stumbled on some clips on YouTube.
No,
Mexican Batwoman. Sorry.
I thought that's Lupicia.
Uh-oh, hold on. Look. Mexican Batwoman. I have no idea who that is. Mexican
what is this?
Batwoman.
Do I want to know?
I don't know. We're finding out right now.
And
look at this. Hold on. Sharing screen now.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, Cosmic Squirrel is now a member. Thank you so much. Let me see what level you're at because you get a video for that. Let's see.
Minimum effort puppy.
Ooh, Mikey's favorite. All right. I got to get on the right screen here. That helps. Let's see here. Minimum effort puppy. Where you at? Here you are. Aww.
Spanish trailer with English subtitles.
Okay, what do you got here?
Hold on. Wait, it's coming. Give me 3 more seconds. I had to find one that had subtitles.
Yes.
Unlike Steven Spielberg, I actually give a shit if our audience is able to understand what's going on. You like that joke?
I do. I greatly appreciate that.
From 1968.
Oh my God, this is a thing, huh? Mexico. Spanish trailer was.
Oh my God, that's the best super chat ever. Wait, what did they say? Mike, Mexican and Iron Man in the morning and at night? What?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Mexican Iron Man in the morning and Mexican Iron Man in the evening. Busy guy. Yes. On top of doing his normal job.
And on top of tax returns and clients in 5 time zones and staff in 3 time zones. All right, here we go.
Buenas. Siéntese. Gracias. De acuerdo con lo que hablamos, me comuniqué con la persona que nos puede ayudar y con la cual he trabajado ya en la solución de varios casos. ¿La mujer murciélago? Sí, inspector. ¿Quién es esa mujer? ¿No sabes quién es? No. Es difícil describirla con palabras. Ella es una maravillosa mujer inmensamente rica que vive en la capital. Su fortuna la ha puesto al servicio de la justicia, luchando incansablemente.
How did we not know about this?
Oh, I've seen this before. This is great.
Why wasn't I told about this? Who's in charge?
Eckhart, sir.
Come on, let's go. She's kicking ass. Diversity before diversity. Look at this shit. This is why Batwoman. This is what's wrong with Batwoman on TV.
se convirtió en una extraordinaria
She's
luchadora.
even a wrestler. Look at that
Y esa es a grandes rasgos la mujer murciélago.
shit. I think you're
Qué
right,
mujer tan
CW.
extraordinaria.
Trixie.
Será un verdadero placer
This is what
conocerla.
CW is missing. I'm all for this. I'll take some more, please. Awesome. Let's see that.
and you know what? But script, they're telling us in Hollywood we're just only now having diversity.
Yeah, the hacks are telling you that.
Well, that's because that was made in that was
68.
Yeah. Yeah, that Snow Dub, you need some well, what would be a good one, like a booty break, or something you could do with that. You could a bat break, a bat whammon break. There you go. Come up with something out of that. There you go.
Wow.
That was nice. You sorry, Stephanie. All right, well, let's talk about this new Ghostbusters trailer. For those who don't know, there's a new game coming for Ghostbusters. I think we brought it up, gosh, a few months ago, I think it was. And we talked about,
yeah, there was talks about it shortly after they debut of Afterlife.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember us all kind of talking about the things we wish we would see in it. And joining us now is Mr. Nick Weiser. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to join you boys. How are you all doing?
Pretty good. Your timing's pretty good. We're just about to check out this new trailer for the Ghostbusters game.
Oh, yes. I purposefully didn't watch it. So once I
really?
saw, I'm like, yes, I can't wait to watch it. I'm excited.
All right, let's bring it up here. I just got to grab it from YouTube.
Yes.
Whoops, that's the wrong video.
Once I saw that was like being a topic on like the panel, I was just kind of like, I was kind of freaking out. I'm like, yes, I'm all in.
Whoops, that's our video. Yeah, so if I used the same thumbnail. Oops. So I got lazy and stole a thumbnail. Sue me.
Don't
a good
admit
thumbnail.
guilt.
Why fucking hide it?
Yeah.
Like Tarantino said, fuck homage. If you're good, you steal.
We saved the world a few times. But between that, we provided a needed service to the masses. That's where you come in. We're passing the torch, or better yet, passing the particle thrower, giving you the tools. Now let's see if you have the talent. Keep your head up and your equipment charged. We're a team working together to watch each other's back.
Now, I know you're still a ghost-busting trainee, but there's much more here than meets the eye. Take a look at this. You have the chance to see firsthand what exists on the other side. Catching ghosts is only the half of it.
So you want to play as a ghost? I'd like to see you try to take on my team.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Ilphonic is doing it.
Yes.
They're not bad.
Okay, well that's good to know because I'm not informed on companies. I've just been getting back into gaming in the last year, so to hear scripts say that, I'm gonna value that opinion. So that's good to start.
I'm not a huge gamer either, but I've seen a couple of Ilphonic games and I've never been disappointed for myself. I mean, but
Okay.
I'm not like an elite gamer of any type, of course.
Mhm. No,
Yeah.
okay, so
I'm
man,
liking that. So that's coming out later this year, at the end of this year, I think.
Yep, fourth quarter. So, Nick, that's the first time you saw the trailer. So, what's
first
your,
time. Yeah,
What's your initial reaction?
I actually I'm curious to try it out. I like the idea. It's like its own timeline that's afterlife, where obviously you got what's his face, Ernie Hudson's character, running shop and training on the next the next Ghostbusters team. So I thought it was cool, and I like that they brought it back to Aykroyd as well. Like you still gotta go to him for things. So I'm like, okay, I like where this is going. It looks fun too. It looks really fun. So I wonder if it's single player, 4-player. Either way, I'm curious to play it out. So I've now maybe it could be just the whole I'm just getting back into gaming, so I'm a little bit more excited than your
It's
average
a 4-player
gamer.
cross-platform game, and I really hope you get to drive like the Ecto 1 and any of the other.
Yeah.
Ecto.
I hope it's like I hope
that'd
it's
be
like
huge open world
format, open world or whatever. Yeah, and you can play with friends online. It's cross-platform because we actually have a little bit of info on it.
Oh my God, we are literally all of us are gonna play the shit out of this game when it comes out.
You're
Yes,
damn
we are.
right, Mike.
Right, script,
Okay.
script,
So,
right?
while the game revolves around a 4 versus 1 multiplayer, those who wish to play alone will be able to fill the empty character slots with bots and play offline. The game will be released on PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, and PC as an Epic Game Store exclusive in Q4 of 2022 and will support full cross-platform play. So there you go. That's the basics of it, and hopefully, we can have some fun busting ghosts. Oh, we got Diego in the house. How you doing, buddy? Says, why does it have to be Epic Games exclusive? And no, I ain't buying a PS5 it's too expensive here. Oh, yeah, well, I hear you there. Well, I noticed that, I don't know about over there, but the Xbox, the newer Xbox that's just the without the disc drive is pretty readily available and not expensive. You can get it for like $299, I think, or $399 now.
The price of an original Xbox when it was launched.
yeah, they're pretty readily available. Now try and get one with the disc drive is a different story.
I'm gonna say something Diego's gonna want to kill me. Diego, Mexican Iron Man, the biggest challenge with this game release is, should I buy it for my PC gaming rig with my badass video card, or my badass fully loaded Xbox, or should I play it on my PS5?
You're being really bougie right now.
These are the challenges that doth grip Mexicanus American Iron Manicanus. Or I'm trying to be fancy pants. It didn't work at the end, but
Well, I think this
You're
is
being
good
super
timing
bougie.
because I've been talking with my my sister's fiance about him taking my current computer and then building me a new one with all the fun stuff that's in my current computer, so that I can actually support more advanced games of this type. So this is good timing for me. I'm happy for that.
we are gonna play. We're gonna play the shit out of this thing, right, Nick?
Oh, dude, Mike,
and then we can all
every
take turns.
fiber of my being is if we could do like online show, just have like the MEAD team be the Ghostbusters.
Dude, and the great thing too is like one of us could be the ghost, and then 4 of you could have the proton packs. And like,
I was gonna say, it looks like people could be ghosts too. There might be able to be multiple ghosts, unlike because this is the same team that made Friday the 13th.
we're not gonna
Unlike
get
there where you can only have one person be Jason. Maybe you can have a bunch of people be
Thank
ghosts.
God this is coming out in the fourth quarter because I finished taxes pretty much September 15th, October 15th. We are gonna, dude. We're not gonna get shit done. Like whatever videos Andre thinks he's gonna get done in October, November, December, I'm gonna be like, Andre, Tom's busy. What is
You
Tom
know what? You're
doing?
joking, but you
So
want
is
to
this
know
gonna
why?
be our war crack? This is gonna be our war crack,
Yes.
basically.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Mike, what do you have, Tom?
Bill Flash is asking about
Oh, well,
Ghostbusters.
I'll send you the link to come on in, but we can show the trailer again. Why not?
Yeah. show it.
Let me bring it back up here.
What
I'm
is
sure he's
Tom
busy,
working
but-
on? Tom's really busy right now, Andre.
You joke about that.
He can't be disturbed because he's helping me with
'Cause
tax
reasons.
return.
There's a haunting in his house. He has to get rid of it. It's going to take a while.
Full disclosure, you think that's funny, but like, you know, one of the reasons why I'm like over 2 years behind on some videos and interviews and stuff.
Red
that
Dead
we've done.
Revolver 2.
Red Dead Redemption, yes.
Oh, Redemption.
I got so sucked into that game for about a week, nothing got done, and ever since then, I have been behind. I admitted that to Andre a couple times now, but I'm sure he'll never let me live that down
Until you get caught up.
Yeah, because it's embarrassing as fuck, to be honest with you. All right, here I got the trailer for Yellow Flash. Here you go, buddy. And I'll send you the link if you're available, so you can hop in if you're not busy. There you go.
Yeah, we saved the world a few times. But between that, we provided a needed service to the masses. That's where you come in. We're passing the torch, or better yet, passing the particle drawer, giving you the tools. Now let's see if you have the talent. something strange. Keep your head up and your equipment charged.
There's something weird.
We're a team working together to watch each other's back.
Now, I know you're still a ghost-busting trainee, but there's much more here than meets the eye. Take a look at this. You have the chance to see firsthand what exists on the other side. Catching ghosts is only the half of it.
That sounded like Max von Sydow's laugh.
He did record one
It's a
many years
ghost.
ago.
He's Vigo.
He is.
I'd like to see you try to take on my team.
I'd like to see you try to take on my team. I love that. That was good.
I like that too. That's
I do.
that makes me want to play when I hear that. Like,
Hulu's getting a free ad out of us. Fuck you, Hulu. Yeah, I was thinking so. Yellow Flash, it looks like fun. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like it looks like you can do multiplayer online and stuff, and you can be the ghost. And you never know. Maybe he'll show up in a cameo.
Maybe
You never
he's
know.
the head of the advertising campaign because that's his role now. And
Honestly, you've been just playing that older game. It's been quite a spell since I played it. One thing I remember from that game is his performance was wooden as fuck. Is it still that bad?
it starts off strong at the start of the game, and then it just completely dives.
Well, yeah, then he left midway through, so the rest of the guys had to finish it up. So yeah.
I guess so, to a point. Like, he's really just primarily there to move the stuff along with Alyssa Milano's character. All the other tutorial things is between Egon, Ray, and Winston. So if he left, I guess that they did some of the tutorial stuff that Bill Murray decided not to participate in.
And I hope that this opens up the door for like them to do updates and upgrades later down the road. So you never know. Maybe other characters will pop in later on.
Yeah,
If they add new
see Janine
storylines.
again would be nice.
so
I'm
you're
sure she's
hoping
gotta be there.
you're hoping for an old man version of Venkman, old man Venkman.
Yeah,
Well, like what
I love it.
Script is saying, he should be like the head of the company. Yeah, like the CEO of the main corporation part or whatever.
he could be. Yeah, but he could be overseeing like the advertisement principally, like the spokesperson type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
he only has a couple of scenes to do, and then
Get your
the rest-
franchise today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa Milano was in the video game.
Yep.
And they didn't necessarily make that non-canon in the movie too. That's what I like. They actually kind of have a few nods to it.
Oh yeah, the game, as far as Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis were concerned, and even Ernie Hudson, they said the game is essentially the third film.
And that's where I said, you and I were talking about it, I think privately off of a stream one time. Script, we're like, you can almost kind of figure like maybe that's what led Egon to figuring this shit out to begin with, was all the stuff with Gozer coming
From
back
that
to the game.
event, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
makes sense. And then they cast what's his face, and he looks just like he does in the game. I mean, it's not the same actor.
J.K.
but,
Simmons.
yeah, he looks just like he did in the game. So as Evil Shandor.
Shandor, yeah.
Is there a Paul Feig reference? No, not in the new
that we
movie.
saw.
No,
Which would have been
stop.
funny, but they're above that. I think. Go ahead, Nick. You were saying
Well,
something. Sorry.
I was gonna say let's let that stay nothing more than a ghost to Paul Feig, because obviously Feig is so bitter that I think he's just craving for attention for his 2016 flick. He's just like, hey, look at me, I had a flick too. Everyone's the Ghostbuster. It's like, no, dude, no, you scram, sit over there, stay down, don't talk. The adults are in town, and we're making Afterlife end this sweet badass game. So
Yeah, this game looks fun. I mean,
I hope there's a little bit of a character creator thing, because I'd like to totally do like a script doctor
Ooh.
type motif thing. and
Original
just have
yeah,
a name on
somebody
the
brought up-
uniform.
somebody brought up in the chat, because there was some images out there, and they had just like, it looked like random people in it. I hope those are just like generic stand-ins for now, and you can
staples,
make
yeah.
your own. Yeah, and you could just make your own, because that would be sweet to be able to make your own character. I would think they would want to do that, because that's what the fans
Get
want.
your name tag on the uniform, all that type of stuff. Choose what color uniform. Do you have like the gray one, the black one, the classic beige? You know.
Well, not only that, there's an incentive at some point to add in like the patches for the regional Ghostbuster crews out there. I mean, that's kind of a thing they can possibly add later on too. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there's actually groups of guys who go to like children's hospitals and all that stuff dressed as Ghostbusters and in like their own ectomobiles and all that stuff in different states, and they actually have their own patches for each state.
Ooh, I like that.
Most of them also have their own fan films that they've made as well.
Yep, they're all over YouTube and stuff.
Dude, I gotta start watching these. I'm ignorant to these.
So I think that's a great idea if they do that, to where you can customize your own people, because then especially if they add that as a feature later on, because you'll definitely get a lot of those guys in there and they'll love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's your core audience right there.
Hey, anything that furthers this brand under the essentially like the family of the creation team, I'm all for. Like, because I would love to see like a proper Ghostbusters movie, because Afterlife is a Ghostbusters movie, but it's more of a movie set in the world of Ghostbusters,
yeah,
as opposed to like a full Ghostbusters film. Where I would love to see a new team of Ghostbusters with Ernie Hudson kind of like leading the way, with Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray making another cameo, because he's only going to be involved on a deeper level if he really, really likes the script, and he's very picky these days.
Well, at least they're on the right path from what we were talking about right after Afterlife, because this is about the direction we said they needed to go.
Oh yeah.
So if this is any kind of a idea of where things are headed, then they're in the right direction, I think. And yeah, Mark's 47. It's much like the 501, much like that. But each state has their own. Yeah, each state has their own group, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, I think it. Hopefully, it'll be fun. Well, maybe we'll have some gameplays on it when it comes out.
Maybe I'm already.
Maybe. Oh, there's no maybe. Yeah,
no, I'm
right.
already forming teams. Are you kidding? I'm like sitting here DMing in the background. My boy Shanatsky, he wants in. You, me, script. So I'm up to 6 people already. I gotta ask Loki. Culture's in for sure.
Yeah.
Some things are worth not having a life for, and this looks like it could be one of those things. Like,
oh my God.
It reminds me of that scene in South Park where they're getting so good at Warcraft, where they're all like getting like uber fat, and like Carmen's like, "Mom, bathroom," and like because they're trying to get good so they can beat the kid who has no life. So it's just like that could be our future, guys. That could be us. Just saying that's a premonition. Could be, at least.
Oh Lord. Well, it looks like we got a youngin in the chat. Dragon Master's birthday is today, and I believe it's a she, and she's 17 now. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dragon Master.
Happy birthday.
So we do have some smart young people around.
I didn't know. Oh my God, we have minors listening to this show? Good God.
Yeah, where's your parents?
I mean, as it is, the 4 of us probably need parental supervision.
That's true. I was just saying.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I am 20 years older than her, so yeah, I guess I consider a good legal guardian.
Grip, you're like 14. You'd stop that right now.
So am I the baby on the panel then?
Probably.
Oh,
Bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm older than Cinco de Mayo. Not only was I around before the internet, I'm older than the internet, older than Cinco de Mayo, and I remember when Fire had its first applications.
Oh, too funny.
And Biden was still older than you back then.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And that reminds me of Razor Fist's tweet he posted about Biden. It's like he's older than air conditioning.
Air conditioning got started in the West in like the mid 1800s, I think.
Well, it's just
old.
I know he was being. I think he was being figurative. Like that's how.
I know. I think that's the joke. But yeah.
No, but to be honest, script. I think if I remember right from my research, it was movie theaters were one of the first places to utilize air conditioning.
Whorehouses, actually.
Oh yeah, whorehouses. That's it. You're right. Yes, whorehouses.
Theaters. Kind of like a movie theater. There's fantasy involved.
Yes, you're right. Yes, whorehouses. That's correct. I forgot. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Too funny.
Whorehouses need air conditioning.
Well, things get hot down there.
They do. This is true. But yes. Oh, and Dragon Master's a boy. I'm sorry. I thought it was a girl. My bad. So sorry about that. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. There's another dragon person who's a girl that I must have
Is Dr. Dragon maybe? I know we have a Dr. Dragon.
No, I think that's
chat.
a guy too. There's another.
Yeah.
I swear there was another dragon person though that was a girl before too, because I couldn't believe we had another girl listening besides Six and Mags, and maybe Stephanie if she's not busy watching Batman. No, actually, we have a fairly decent female following. I'm not trying to leave anybody out. No, you ladies do show up for us. We appreciate it. So,
Hi,
thank
Tom.
you. Oh God, Lapita's here.
Hi. Hello, Tom.
What does Lapita want?
Woo-hoo. No, I can't do it like Fat Steven does. Oh shit! I just doxed him again. I can't do that.
Like we all didn't know.
Oh, sorry.
No kidding. All right, what was our next story here? Holy crap! Christina Ricci coming back to Addams Family, but not as Wednesday.
What?
Yeah,
That's weird.
Or as she's going to be in Addams, I guess, but not any of the main cast. Let's get the story up.
While you're doing that, let me recognize who a minimum effort puppy renewal with Cosmic Squirrel.
Yes, we did get that, but thank you.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Oh, what the hell was I doing? Oh, you know what? I was probably looking at that Batwoman trailer again.
I think that's when you were, yes, actually looking for the trailer.
Which is quite all right to re-showcase that. Thank you so much.
That means you missed your minimum effort puppy. Oh, you're upset now.
Can you guys hear me breathing hard from the Batwoman thing from 1968?
Oh, I thought you were upset. You missed the puppy.
Oh yeah, I love the puppy. Fucking Bambino would fucking.
Sadie, quit scratching the floor.
Ooh.
I don't know why she does. She wants to lay down. Just lay down. All right, here we go. Christina Ricci joins the Addams Family Netflix show directed by Tim Burton. We also have another new member here. Awesome. Before we get to the story, let's see what we got here. I lost my screen. There we go. Wild Rose is a new member. Let's see what level. We have minimum effort Peppy. Let's see here. I got a button for that. Mikey's favorite. And since we already did the minimum effort puppy once, let's give a lazy puppy while we're at it.
That looks like me when I was on that inner tube on the last summer.
Oh, that's
I don't think your butt is that cute.
Oh.
Hey. Holly has a workout regimen.
So yeah, Christina Ricci to star in Netflix Wednesday series in Return to Addams Family Universe. I think the star. I doubt that. Okay, exclusive. This is the news Addams Family fans have been hoping for since the new Netflix series Wednesday was announced. Christina Ricci, the actor most closely associated with the title character, will be a major part. Well, I guess she will be a major part of the live-action show from Tim Burton. Ricci, who starred as Wednesday Addams in the Barry Sonnenfeld-directed 1990s Addams Family feature franchise, is a series regular in Wednesday, which is headlined by Jenny Ortega in the title role, Deadline has learned. Details about Ricci's character are being kept under wraps to protect the surprise for fans, but I can reveal that she plays a new character and not an older version of Wednesday, which sucks. I don't want that. I hear Ricci was brought in following Thora Birch's exit amid production. Ricci is playing a new character who is similar to the one originally played by Birch and will replace it on the show. Ricci quietly has been working on Wednesday for weeks, filming on MGM-produced series, and is slated to wrap in Romania at the end of the month. The coming-of-age comedy, written by Smallville creators Al Goff and Miles Miller, and directed by Burton.
But yeah.
Go, okay, whatever. They wrote for Smallville, so it's going to suck.
That's not a good sign. That's actually
exactly.
really bad.
Stars Ortega as Wednesday Addams during her years at Nevermore Academy. It's described as a sleuthing, supernatural-infused mystery.
I actually like the Addams Family. Like,
I do too. I'm going to get into this in just a minute. I already have a rant ready for this.
Okay.
In addition to Ortega, Ricci stars alongside Catherine Zeta-Jones as the matriarch, as we reported earlier in the year, Morticia Addams, and Luis Guzman as Gomez Addams. Some of the worst casting in the world, even though I love Luis. He should not be Gomez. He should be Fester or something like that. Not Gomez.
He looks like the cartoon version of Gomez.
Kinda, but
I mean,
not
it's
wrong.
really hard to follow up Raul Julia, man.
That's the thing. Why don't you? Okay, I'll tell you who should be playing this. Either Oscar Isaacs, who already does the voice in the cartoon, which I hate, or what's his face, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh yeah,
Negan. Yes, Negan. I could see that.
God, Mia. I mean, come on, especially up against Catherine Zeta-Jones. I mean, I get what they're doing here, maybe, and maybe that's going to be the best part is Luis Guzman, and I'll be wrong, but I'll wait to see. Okay, because I just think he's going to come off wrong. See, the thing with this is my, I just
does he
don't
have the voice that he can do? Like, because he has kind of like a specific type of voice that doesn't really give him the proclivity of smooth, suave, or debonair.
Exactly. I mean, he could be as ugly as the wind as long as he has that way
that
about him.
gravitas, yeah.
And Luis doesn't have that. He has the more of the I'm the geeky guy kind of thing going for him. And I don't know how to put it, but he just doesn't. I don't see him playing.
His voice is rough around the edges. I'll put
exactly.
It that way.
Thank
like
you.
It's masculine, but it's not debonair, and that's the
because he comes in and he's all like this and that all the time, and he's like, he's like that. It's just that I don't hear Gomez in that anywhere. See Gomez in that, but I could be wrong. He's an actor. He might surprise me.
I hope he does, because I do like him in everything I've seen. Like, he was awesome in The Salton Sea. Like, have you seen that film? That's a great movie.
Negative.
Which one?
The Salton Sea?
Salton Sea? No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, you gotta check that out.
Okay, I'll check it out. So yeah, Tim Burton is directing this and is an executive producer. It takes place at this fucking school. She's obviously in college age. Look, these guys clearly do not get the Addams Family.
No,
they don't.
No,
they didn't get Superman. Do you think they're gonna get the Addams Family?
No. Well, first of all, there should not be a emo academy magical fucking Hogwarts place in the Addams Family world. That completely defeats the purpose of the Addams Family existence.
But
yeah, they're supposed to be part of a niche story about group.
Them.
Yeah.
Sorry, one at a time. What were you saying? Script first?
Oh, well, the Addams Family are part of a very niche group of people. Like there's not really a lot of them, but they're sizable in number, that they have their own kind of little pocket society. But I don't think they go as far as to have the institutions, because the irony is the fact that it's this weird family that's going to the public, that's interacting with the public. So Wednesday Addams goes to a normal public school and everything just is kind of messed up.
That's the joke, right?
Yeah,
and you were going to say, what were you going to say, Nick?
I'm sorry for cutting script off, by the way.
No,
so sorry. I apologize. I was just saying, this is just to them. This is just a project where they can make it about themselves. I see what they're going for. They're making these changes so they can make it towards what they want to be versus what it actually is. And in some ways, it's not a bad thing when it happens. I feel like you can take a few detours, but you can bend around a little bit with the project. But you should never fully break it to a point where it makes it unrecognizable. A few detours is the max, but this doesn't feel like a few detours. This feels like what's those words they like to use nowadays? A reimagining, reiteration, reinterpretation. There, anything that's got a or reboot, like it lets you know, like, hey, we basically changed what you love about it to make it more about what we want it to be. So I feel like the die has been cast with this one. I hope I'm wrong, but
Nick, I want to correct you. It is updated for a modern audience.
They fixed it.
Well, here's the other part too. So if this show were pitched, say, right after the second Addams Family movie, Addams Family Values, and Wednesday's away at college, there would be a murder mystery, but Wednesday would remark that every single murder is very uncreative and lame.
And not only that, she'd be the prime suspect.
And she would be a prime suspect. She'd be like, I would never kill someone with poison alone. That's just too weak. That doesn't make enough of an impact.
I'd have a good reason, she'd say.
Yeah, I'd have a better reason.
And you know I did it, she'd say.
Yeah, it'd be very dark, monotone type of approach, which I don't think, listen, Algo and Miles Miller are not good writers, in my opinion. They are kind of not necessarily ground zero, but they're right after ground zero when it comes to the woke ideology of entertainment. So
you're not wrong, because you look back at Smallville and there is a lot of that shit.
There is, but if you want to go one step further, If you ever see the show Mantis, which was produced by Sam Raimi, its
Vaguely
pilot
remember.
is very cringe. And then obviously it gets reworked afterwards, but that show kind of goes off the rails as well. But that's the earliest of the modern take with regards to fantasy character, like pure like IP fantasy-ish superhero characters that I was able to dig up that has those types of perspectives in it. Yeah, it's not a good stigma to have associated with your name as creative in town, especially if you're one to shepherd existing franchises. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm with you, Script. You totally get where I'm coming from on this. Like, the Addams Family works on the level that they don't get it. There should not be an institution that the Addams Family should feel at home in. That's the point.
Yeah, they should only feel at home at home. That's
exactly. It's the same reason why the Munsters works the way it does, because they're not in on the joke. Right? Like, that's the whole thing, is they make fun of, they always talk about their niece as being, you know, so horribly ugly. You know,
I love
and she takes it like a champ too,
because she gets it. She gets it. They don't. The Addams Family works the same way, and that's what's sad is Tim Burton. When you hear that name, it's like, yes, Tim Burton should make an Addams Family movie or TV show. Well, then why are you doing this? We already had this. It was on YouTube. It was Grown Up Wednesday. They did exactly what you were supposed to do with this character. What Script was talking about. And that is put Wednesday into everyday mundane situations and let her react to them. Right? And you could do a murder mystery with her. Like we just said, yeah, her whole thing would be like, yeah, you would know if I did it. And then she'd get pissed that everybody's accusing her of it. And she's like, all right, fine. I'll solve this mystery myself. That would be Wednesday Addams. Not this, I'm going to fucking, you know, Hogwarts school. That's Addams Family Kids. That's a Saturday morning cartoon crap that makes no sense. Right?
I would just rather have like a proper third film to the Addams Family movie where Wednesday Addams is an adult and she has one kid and it's the most normal kid ever.
That would be hilarious.
Script. You just came up with the story.
Yes.
I want to watch that.
You can even bring back Angelica Houston in a cameo, and
absolutely, you can bring back everybody. You can have Wednesday take her kid to Gomez's grave and be like, is he talking to you yet? Because he talks to me constantly. And
that's our fault for burying him alive.
He insisted, though.
He insisted, yes. And you have Pugsley who can't keep a job.
Yeah, Pugsley who can't. But like he insisted. But then I did what he wasn't expecting. I added a layer of steel between the layers of concrete so we could never get out.
Yeah, that's something she would. That's brilliant. That's exactly what this needs to be. But that's not what it is. And no. Tim Burton would be perfect for that. Well, Tim Burton 30 years ago.
Very Sonnenfeld, but yeah, it would probably be.
And what sucks is because this is going to be basically going up against Rob Zombie's Munsters. Could you imagine we would have had Tim Burton's Addams Family going up against Rob Zombie's Munsters?
Oh.
That would have been a gargantuan, like, fun time for me because I love the Munsters Addams Family debate because I love them both. I mean, I'll always lean towards the Addams Family, but I love having that talk with people because it's like the Elvis Beatles conversation, right? You can like them both, but sooner or later you got to pick one. Same thing with Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, right? And Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family. There's always those two. I love that little quiz. That was kind of my whole thing. Before I got into this, even though I never used it, like I wanted to do that, like for every interview, I wanted to do like, 20 questions like that, but I just never broke it down. Somebody else had stole it already or did it already. So I'd been stealing it is what I was trying to say, or feel like I was stealing it anyway. So it's like, God damn it. So but I wanted to do the Pulp Fiction test. For those who don't know, it's I think it's a deleted scene. It's not even in the movie. But she asks, what's her face? Uma Thurman's character asks John Travolta if he's an Elvis man or a Beatles man, and she goes, "It's pretty obvious you're an Elvis man." So yeah,
I mean, Elvis had a longer career than the Beatles together, so there's that.
Well, no, just by the way he looks, the way he dresses and acts. Yeah, that's the whole point of the joke. But like, she makes the little quiz with him, and she's like, "That's the thing is you can like both Elvis and the Beatles, but sooner or later you have to pick one over the other," and they basically define who you are. And I just like that idea of that little quiz. And so I came up with a bunch of the different ones, like the Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family and the Addams Family and the Munsters. Which one do you pick? And it's kind of a fun little thing to get somebody's personality. to kind of get their personality, basically. But anyway, moving on. No, I'm not looking forward to this. Hopefully Guzman knocks it out of the park, though. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'm looking forward to Christina Ricci coming back, but I hope it's in a decent role. I don't like the idea that she's being
recast.
It's kind of a stunt casting move. That's really
exactly. Yes, I didn't want to use that term, but it feels like that.
And that's what Algo and Miles Miller do a lot. They stunt cast. They're like, oh, you remember this person from this show or this iteration of it? We'll bring them in because that'll draw in the core fan base and let them give ours a chance. It's like, well, if you're really good writers and you had a really good director and cast on it on its own, a simple trailer will bring in the core audience.
Yeah, see, and that's where my complaint is, because to me, if you're confident in your story, you wouldn't have to rely on that in order to make it, like something that people need to latch onto. It's saying they feel like, oh, we gotta have this element so we can draw that crowd in. If they really were that strong, they could do something to make it stand on its own while still being true to what we are familiar with. But no,
and then
they gotta give us that catch.
Yeah. And the fact that they're advertising it, because if they really believe in their story and they said, oh, you know what, it'd be really interesting to have Christina Ricci play this X role, we should never tell anybody about it and then let everybody be surprised, because then you have your story speak for itself to the core fans, and then you end up having the actor surprise the core fans by coming in a different character. You're like, oh, like that shows a little bit of confidence you'd never get elsewhere.
Yeah.
Rarely do those tactics ever really get done these days. They just don't. They're always like, oh, this actor from this franchise is coming back to play a different role.
They don't have the element of surprise anymore. You know how much a movie would seem like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed No Way Home, but you know how cool if they were somehow to have kept it a secret about Andrew and Toby. Like, I like I'm sure like everyone's ratings would have escalated just off the fact that if it was if it was a genuine surprise. Like, imagine, like, everyone's going nuts when they showed up anyways, rightfully so. But can you imagine how much crazier people would have lost their minds by if they actually kept that under wraps? Like, just imagine, like, if they could. Like, it would be cool to have that surprise, because I miss the element of surprise. Now, I love the internet. Don't get me wrong. Modern technology is great, but it is definitely taking away the mystery and the element of surprise, per se. And I miss that. I would love to see a genuine thing. I'm like, whoa, that, I did not see that coming from miles away. And it would be cool. And yeah, you're right, Script. It would show how confident they are, that the fact that, you know what, we know she's so good with the stunt cast, we don't even need to talk about her. That even if they don't execute well, I'll give them respect and credit for being ambitious about the idea and the attempt at it. I can at least respect the attempt.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, her and Tim Burton have a history together. They've worked together before. So what do you think, Mike? You've been pretty quiet on this.
I think this is yet again the Hollywood saying, gee, what's a property that's out there that has some fans that we can hopefully milk them for some money? Let's not listen to them. Come up with our own shit. And they're so old by now that they're just going to take it and swallow it. And even if younger people have never heard of it, they're going to love it because we've made it for quote a modern audience.
Yeah.
And footnote, #footnote, and I, as the person in charge of aforementioned property being stolen for pillaging, I am not going to invest any time, or I'm not going to do three things. Number one, I'm not going to watch everything and be a fan of it. Number two, I'm not going to engage anyone that are hardcore fans of it and ask for their opinions in focus groups or otherwise. And number three is anyone that could execute this or may have helped execute this properly back in the day is not going to be invited to the table.
But Mike, just consume product and get excited for next product. What the hell's wrong with you?
Do you see this? This is why, like, just the other day, Tom and I were talking about this. This is why I suggest everyone should go and watch the movie Tommy Boy, because the character that Dan Aykroyd plays is exactly what these lazy people in Hollywood are doing. They're just buying the brand. All they want is the box, and they don't care what they put inside there because they think that all they have to do is sell you the box, and that's not true. And the entire theme of that movie is not just the coming of age of Chris Farley's character, stepping into the role of adulthood, but the fact that quality does actually matter, and quality has more value than just the name, and that's why there's that threat of them buying the company.
Yeah, I can get a good look at a butcher by sticking my head up his butt.
No, I can get a good look.
I know the real saying. That's what he says.
Yeah. But like, I mean, I swear to God, Tom, you should clip that little bit with Dan Aykroyd telling Tommy, this is what they're doing. Just throwing a random Hollywood face over top of Dan Aykroyd's, and
The only
and
problem
then
is
the
it's
franchise,
Paramount. But yeah, I can see
and
how
then the
long the clip
franchise
is.
over Chris Farley, and boom, that's exactly what it is. And that's when Paramount was, a quality studio.
No, I know, but they love to hit you with copyright claims. That's the only reason I'd be afraid to use it.
I don't know
But
if you know what? I'd be really surprised if current Paramount knows they produced Tommy Boy.
well, it's coming supposedly on 4K this year, so I'm sure they're very well aware because it's a big seller on
Oh,
video.
okay, yeah, then yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's a big seller on video. So, which I actually kept the DVD for sentimental reasons because they have this map on the DVD. If you open up the cardboard part that has their entire trip, and it actually has them going through Wisconsin, and it has towns in there that I can't believe are on there because they're so small. And what's funny is that the restaurant they claim they went to in that town don't fucking exist in that town.
Yeah, no, it was shot in Toronto, so yeah, like.
Well, they shot some of it around that, but it was mostly down by the Chicago area when they did on the interstate. But like, there's some areas I recognize, but most of it, you're right, is not where
like
they say
the cast
they
was
are,
in Toronto, and all the like the third, like the second unit stuff was done on proper locations. But yeah,
Not
I remember
much,
that because when you watch that movie, it's like I've worked with like 10 or 15 of those character actors that are on there, like the gas station attendant, the kid that makes fun of him on the boat, a couple of the guys that are with Dan Aykroyd. I'm like, I know these people. I remember them on Chorus Entertainment and on CBC.
Yeah, that one chicken place they stop at, it says, is in one town that's nearby, and I'm like, that ain't there.
No,
so it's got to be like a Canadian restaurant, probably.
Well, it's a redress. It's a
or a redress or something.
It's a redress of something, but yeah, it looks like a Canadian shop. I mean, even the Zelensky building, that's a core building in downtown Toronto, and then Callahan is in the distillery district. So,
because I didn't even know in the movie that that's where they're supposed to be in that scene, unless you have that map. And that's the only reason I kept the DVD is just for that. So I have that little map. It's kind of cool because it shows their whole little trip and everywhere they stop. That's kind of cool. Like I said, even though it's all fantasy, but yeah.
I have a question. I've been doing some research back here. Are we going to wait till the full game pack comes out, or are we going to use my Game Pass and get the beta version of the Ghostbusters?
Everything.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Both is good. Let's talk about Jared Leto.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yes, dude.
We got 2 Jared Leto stories here. Actually, 3 if you count the Joker one.
So good.
I thought that was part of it.
Well, let's talk about that first then. I don't have that one ready for us to go up, but I guess he's talking about wanting to come back as the Joker again. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, I have heard
he wants
about
to go through that abuse again?
Right.
I think, I wonder if that's a concern, like a red flag, that's his indirect red flag, that he's concerned about the box office performance of Morbius. And granted, critics are going to be critics. Sometimes we agree with them, sometimes we don't. I wonder if he's confident in the flick, and I don't think the delay honestly is. Yeah, okay, I'll shut up.
Actually, no, I was gonna say hold on to that thought because we're gonna get to Morbius. Okay. That's one of the stories here. But yeah, no. So I didn't actually catch the story about him coming back as Joker. I just heard about it. So what's the 411? Is he like just hinting he'd like to come back? Is that what you're thinking, Nick? Is he's trying to drum up publicity for Morbius?
He is drumming up publicity that he is saying never say never. I would like to be it. I'm basically it's I'm down, but I'm not out. And I think that's his indirect way of saying, hey guys, now's a good time to contact me type of thing. And he's saying it right when he should be promoting everything Morbius. And he's welcome to feel that way. That's fine. That's his opinion. But I think right now is very terrible timing considering what's going on with Morbius coming out not only next week, but there's also the reviews going on. Then there's the whole Michael Keaton stuff, and there's the confusingness of the continuity. And there's one of the supporting characters that is now getting out about there being an AOC type of actus. Now is the time to be promoting Morbius. Maybe save it a few months to talk about Joker.
But I think he wants to get himself some of that sweet nectar superhero money that he sees people getting.
Oh, it. Obviously, he's still living with the stigma of the 2016 movie, so he's looking for a rebound. Maybe he thinks that Morbius is not
exactly. I think he's gonna. I think he think whether
you could be right, but I've been hearing some rumblings about the air cut.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and the month isn't up yet. And there's been a couple of things that have kind of been hinting towards that. And as I've told people, I heard that there may be an announcement this month that the air cut was going to happen if we're going to get it.
Cool.
I've been saying that for a while. We got him talking about shit now. I think Ayer put a few things out there. There was a couple other people that were kind of saying a few things, but it could be that, or it could be the other. As far as Morbius goes, though, you're not wrong though, Nick, because the response coming back has not been good from the early screenings. And it sounds like they changed a few things in the film. So part of this gets into somewhat spoilers, kids. It's kind of not spoilers because some of it's in the trailer, but I just want everybody to know, if you don't want spoilers for Morbius, check out for about 5 minutes and come back, because we're going to get into this here. But yeah, this just come out earlier today. Let's see here.
Well, you know who wrote this movie, right?
What?
You know that Matt Zasma wrote this movie.
Who's
he
that?
did Power Rangers in 2017. He did Dracula Untold, The Last Witch Hunter,
Lord.
Gods of Egypt. Like these are not good movies.
Uh-oh.
Well, and I'm starting to wonder now, because this story here kind of really makes me wonder what shape the movie was in. So we're just now over a week away from the release of Morbius, and some details from the early press screenings have found their way online. Now, warning kids, there's some possible spoilers going forward. It is kind of spoiler. But so keep it in mind. Come back 5 minutes from now, or so, 5-10 minutes from now. Morbius doesn't hit theaters until March 1st, March 31st in the UK and Ireland, but early screenings took place at a few select locations over the weekend, and some intriguing details have now found their way online. According to several sources, Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture, does not actually appear in the movie, despite being featured in the trailers. And not only that, he was heavily featured in the last trailer. The villain does reportedly show up in a film's post-credit scenes, though they are apparently not the same sequences that are in the trailer. If this is accurate, Sony clearly made some significant changes to the movie pretty late in the game. Vulture was never going to be a huge part of the plot anyway, but his removal does suggest that the studio decided to make Morbius more standalone in nature by playing down its connection and ties to Spider-Man franchise. Now, that's them positing here, so we don't know until we actually see the movie or what happens afterwards. I think if they're doing that, it has less to do with, if they want to make it standalone, it has more to do with the fact that they don't like the movie. I think
okay, so here's the issue. Like, okay, so I didn't watch the latest trailer, so it sounds like there was more of Michael Keaton's Adrian Toomes.
Yeah, he was a little bit more in the new trailer.
Okay,
newest trailer. Yes.
Okay,
like
and
3 scenes in it or whatever.
And then you had the first trailer where he was the closing scene of the first trailer. That makes the movie look very, very misleading. A, and then B, we have this continuity issue because we have the Daily Bugle font of the Raimi movies, but we also have the Oscorp look of the Andrew Garfield movies, and we also have the Horizon Labs, which is a latter day Spider-Man comic element. Horizon Labs that came right when Peter Parker was actually being a scientist for a run in the comics. So we got all these things it wants to be. And to the question I ask you, and I'll do my own quick Q&A here. Hey, Nick, is Morbius in continuity? Nick number 2. Yes, it's not.
That's a good
what?
answer.
That if anyone who caught that, hey Nick, is Morbius in continuity? Yes, it's not.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, Script got it right away.
Oh, Nick, you're using that fancy like reverse negative of the positive of the negative.
I think Jared Leto found out that he's not going to be in the She-Hulk series because Morbius actually plays this isn't a joke. Like Morbius plays a character that cures She-Hulk of a disease that could kill her.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but just the way you said that, it just was funny. Sorry. Yeah, I have a feeling that the movie's not. Damn it, this sucks because I actually kind of like the last few trailers. I was looking forward to this.
I do like the
schlocky fun. Yeah, I was like,
I don't think we know that hope is lost necessarily.
It could still be schlocky fun. You're right.
You know what I think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be like Venom. It'll be critically panned, but normies are gonna eat it up.
I hope you're right. And I think Nick is channeling his inner Chevy Chase tonight. Yes, indeed. I don't know if that's a good if that's really a compliment or not. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Let's see what the kids are saying out in the chat. We got Wild Man Beyond here who says, I like how the game is a continuation of Afterlife, and it gives us a heads up of what to come for the franchise. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying, Wild Man Beyond. I agree with you. I was giddy about that part. It feels like it's picking up right where we left off from Afterlife, which is brilliant. I love it. Give me some more. You guys agree?
Oh yeah.
All right. So then we've got another one from Wild Man Beyond who says, get Antonio Banderas as Gomez. That's a good one. He's a little old, but yeah.
Yeah.
How hard
No,
is
I
that?
think he's an okay age to play.
Depends
like the
on what you're
father
doing,
of a late teenager Wednesday. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, he could probably pull that off. But yeah, that's a lost opportunity we haven't had yet.
What'd you say about the teenager part?
Late teenage years.
Oh.
Yeah, she's supposed to be young adult, late teenage years, yeah. House Atreides says, hail Midnight's Edge After Dark, an article on slashfilm.com about Jared Leto signing on to Tron 3 and Joseph Kosinski to direct. What are your thoughts on that going forward? Well, it's like you read my mind, because that is the next Jared Leto story I teased. Tron 3 might actually happen, says Jared Leto. Tron Legacy is, to quote Jeff Bridges, chill programmer Kevin Flynn, biodigital jazz, man. I don't really know what that term means, but it perfectly sums up the film. A sequel to Steven Lisberger's cult 1982 sci-fi adventure about Flynn getting zapped into a digital world of his own computer, Tron Legacy, was also oddly prescient. Is that the word? Prescient? Prescient when it came to the modern tentpole landscape. It's a nostalgic legacy sequel that arrived 5 years prior to Star Wars The Force Awakens and used digital de-aging at a point where the tech was stuck even deeper in the uncanny valley than it is now. Throwing in a rad score by Daft Punk and a blend of scenes filmed in 2D and 3D to distinguish the real world from the grid, similar how Wizard of Oz mixes black and white and Technicolor imagery, and the results were far from perfect, but also a lot weirder than more interesting than many of the big budget movies Disney. That's oddly worded, but okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but anyhow, because Legacy was only a modest box office hit, Tron 3 spent years spinning its wheels before Disney decided to cancel a sequel in 2015 and shift focus to sure bets like Star Wars and live action remakes of its animated films. 5 years later, the movie roared back to life, this time with Garth Davis Lion replacing Legacy Helmer Joseph Kosinski as director and Jared Leto coming aboard to star. There hasn't been any major reported movement on the project since then, though if Leto is to be believed, there's still a real chance this version of Tron 3 will come to pass. Look, I don't care for Leto. Shocking. I know I've been so careful hiding my feelings on this matter in the past, but the world of Tron fascinates me enough that I would like to see Tron 3 happen. When did this all of a sudden turn into an editorial?
I don't know, but if you're going to do a Tron movie, it still has to have Tron in it, and a 3-minute or less cameo by Bruce Boxleitner is not enough for me.
I don't disagree with you there. Anyway, the quote is, I'm a super fan of Tron, and we're working hard on Tron with our incredible partners at Disney. Just an amazing group of creative people. We're getting closer and closer, and who knows? Something may be coming sooner than later. There you go. And I'm going to refuse to read any more of this because it's just his editorializing shit. So, I mean, this is something that's been a long time coming. Leto threatened us with this a while ago. There was at one point Daft Punk's production company was supposed to be working on this, and then they broke up. So I don't know if the company still exists or not even, or if they're going to have any involvement in this at all. Is there anybody on the panel that is a Tron fan besides Script and I?
Nope.
Negative. It's nothing against it. I'm just not knowledgeable.
We got the Tron Legacy came around 20 years after the first Tron. I think if there's a third one, it's going to be 20 years after the second one. So we got 2032 before we get a Tron 3. I'm sorry. That just seems to be what it's going to be like at this point.
You might not be wrong, but we'll see here. It all depends on Disney and Leto, I guess, at this point. I don't know what they could do with it, but yeah, I thought the second one was enough. We don't need any more. They weren't.
It was okay. There, so. I mean, I do know of the other, like the entire concept of the one that followed up was Korra's being hunted in the real world, and there wasn't really much going on in the digital realm. Yeah.
You're asking for Hollywood to actually understand what the word ending means. You might be asking for a little bit too much.
You can't do that. No. An ending would preclude basically you can't make any more money off the product.
Gary's in the house. How you doing, Gary? We were just talking about you earlier. I'll send you a link if you're not busy. I didn't even know you were here. I didn't.
Okay,
notice-
everybody, no one tell anybody about the hashtag cancel Gary campaign. Okay,
There's a
What?
hashtag cancel. What? Why would you do that? That is insane.
Come on, I love it more than
Well,
anything.
thank you, Gary. If you're still here, hopefully, I sent you a link. If you're not busy, hop on in and say hello. We love
Are
you.
you kidding? Gary's my freaking.
He's the one who sent you the thing that we
I-
showed earlier. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Gary loves me so much that he literally made me something that I remember from my childhood. Get your butt in here, buddy. Get your butt in here.
And we got Douglas Nelson in the house. Speaking of buddies, how you doing, friend? Sends in $5. Says anything with a "re" in the title ends up in "re." You're probably not wrong.
In fact, even me and Script were talking about you, Gary, earlier, weren't we, Script?
Yes, we were
That's so funny. We were talking about you yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Mr. Tickle Trunk says second Tron movie was a bunch of cool looking shots. The story made sense, but it flailed like crazy. You're not wrong. It kind of felt...
I never would have suspected to see Flynn be, the dude. That threw me off.
I mean, it had some really great ideas, some really cool, like I like the ISOs and a few other things
Yep.
they're introducing, and there's aspects of it I really dug, and I'm like, yeah, you're totally getting where you should go with this, and you're totally utilizing all the ideas that you introduced in the first film, and you've really done a great job of updating it to now, like what it would be like, and then it just kind of goes into this meandering place of the rest of the film, and you're just like, eh.
I was just asking, where's Tron?
Yeah, that's the other thing is like there's no Tron, and then the kid story is okay, but it's kind of meh.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Jeff Bridges if he would return or not. Probably not likely. He's been sick. I know he's doing pretty well recovery wise from what I've heard, but I don't think he's anywhere near acting yet. So we'll have to see. I doubt that he'd want to come back for something like that. I mean, that doesn't mean they won't put him in digitally somehow.
Oh, that's true. Don't put past them to do
Another
that.
clue.
Yeah. So that was basically the big news of the day. Was there anything else that you guys caught that I may have missed? Or
I don't know if you guys caught it, but it's something that I caught, and I don't know if you guys got wind of the news, but it was just for some people who might want to know about what they're getting into with Morbius.
Mhm.
One of the supporting cast members, and it is definitely a bit on the touch of wokeness as per usual. And take it with a grain of salt because, in the day and age of Wikipedia, anything could be made up because, it's Wikipedia. But there's a supporting character, and I'm surprised like someone from like Bounty and Comics didn't catch it because it like screams them. But one of the characters in there, it could be even a bait and switch too. I mean, to a degree, she's supposed to be the smartest one in the room type, and she takes her inspiration from a certain AOC. So I'm just like, oh, that's lovely. I'm surprised no one's been talking about this, unless somehow I missed that in the world. I'll send you. I'll highlight it to you if you want. I'll send
it over. Let's go there.
I'll put it this way: the only bartender anybody should be influenced by is Sam Malone.
Yes.
So it's under the name Adria Arjona as Martine Bancroft. She's a scientist and Morbius's fiance. There's nothing extensive about it. It's just I had a laugh when I read smartest one in the room and certain activists, and I'm like, okay, there's already definitely not a slant here going on. And for all we know, though, let's be fair here.
Mhm.
Like they try to signal very hard with Venom 2, and it kind of ended up just being kind of whole pish posh of nothing. It was like they were trying to appeal to the woke crowd by saying, "Hey, look, it's all there," but really just a regular movie. So,
well, it's funny you use the term slant because in the back we have Polly of the Latino Slant. How are you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how's it going there? Yeah. 32 flavors of Nick Wise. It's unreal. It's unfucking believable that I'm here with 32 flavors.
Oh,
Hey.
Paulie used the no word.
Hey,
No,
hey,
right.
why don't you shut your pie hole, Mexican iron taco? Hey, how you doing? Hey.
That was this moment in diversity inclusion.
Oh wow!
Ooh, who dared to do? For your diversity points, Tom.
I guess I needed
count.
some.
That shit don't count.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this, Jed. Thank you for reminding me. I dropped this yesterday. The trailer finally dropped for the director's edition. It wasn't leaked. They put it out officially.
This Paramount's not really advertising it well.
Yeah, they're not doing it. But yeah, the understanding, though, what we're under, it's going to be on Paramount Plus for God knows how long exclusively. And then there's some people who are positing that it might be out by this Christmas on Blu-ray because that would be the anniversary. So,
I hope so, because I saw that trailer and you get the clearest shot of the Vulture space probe that you ever see in any iteration. It's beautiful.
And I'd love to show the trailer, but I'm not gonna have Paramount bringing us down.
Don't do it.
Sony is cool. They ain't gonna nail us with shit. And if they want to come after me for that Batwoman thing, then let them.
I want to see it.
The Batwoman thing, or
no, the trailer for this
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
I remember going to the drive-in to see that movie in East LA.
Well, it's a great trailer, but Paramount will pull her ass down. CBS.
Yeah, I'll go see it on my own.
Yeah, it's out there now. I shared it on.
They're meanie faces.
Paramount.
Yes.
Yeah, they're meanie faces.
What was Paramount? The Stand? Remember they took us down when me, you, and Loki were doing the Stand review?
Yeah, I think that was that's them. Yep. We also have another guest joining us. Well, I think we should just start going back to 7 o'clock, Mike.
Okay, that works. In tax season.
Hey,
in tax season, that works. Jim Dandy for me.
I know that's why we did it. One of the reasons we did it originally, but yeah.
Hey man,
welcome, Klobby. How you doing, buddy?
Sorry I'm late, buddy. I just I didn't think I'd be able to make it back in time, but I saw Paulie here, and I just didn't think you guys have to suffer Paulie without.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Clobber Times, and nothing is good. No petard, no petard is good. I hate petard.
So I
what are you trying to say, Paulie?
Of all the things that I've done on YouTube, of all of the things that I've been able to help channels with behind the scenes, there's one failure that looms large over the last 7 months, which is following up for Andre on getting the famous Picard watch party done.
Oh, still hasn't happened.
and because of that, because of Culture Casino and Paulie and the schedules, Mexican Iron Man.
The schedule between us three is just like
Mexican Iron Man feels like a failure.
He's ready to take your call, Mexi. See?
Why are you messing with my action figure, young man? I have a TV show to do.
He's got his
petard.
But this is from First Contact. This
Why are you grabbing my leg?
Oh shit.
Man, you're already dropping him too.
No, I didn't drop him.
Break his leg.
I dropped his thing.
Oh,
next
So let me just say, happy birthday and Merry Christmas to William Shatner, baby.
Yes, and my son. My son's birthday, same as his.
Oh,
right. Which I was thrilled about. I wanted him to have that one.
Thank you very much. And Priceline.com.
Just bust a move.
Happy birthday, Bill. Watch Star Trek Picard for some reason. No, don't.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I ruined. I'm sorry. I destroyed the galaxy for women. I'm sorry.
God, you guys are hilarious.
I might as well just go and fucking die.
Yes. Blame it all on me.
I might as well do a commercial with Luke Hamill or Mark
Luke
Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker or whatever
that asshole's name
that
is.
Kid.
They're terrible.
He was in the movie.
How much you pay me for this commercial? I'll do it, damn it.
It's my hubris.
Looky, we have Mr. Gary Ambrosia in the house.
Welcome,
Ambrosia.
Hey, oh my God, we've got enough guys to do a Chippendales on-screen camera dance.
You started, Mike.
Do it.
You started.
No. You no.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, me and Tom. All right. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Where's the camera on button?
Yeah, there it is. Work it. Work it.
You'll have to take my word for it.
Gary!
What's going on?
Mike's over there working the mic. Jesus.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I see Nick Wise's
How you doing,
face
Gary?
finally.
He was showing off his birthday present earlier. Mike was.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
Well, you would know.
Hey,
yeah,
Gary.
man. What's up? Hey, Paulie, how you doing, man?
Good,
Good
brother.
to see you.
You too.
Yeah, Script, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Good to see you too.
Who else do we have? I'm looking
Nick
through
Weiser.
the romper room mirror right now, and I see Clobbering Time.
Hey,
and I see-
Gary.
what's going on, Clobb? I see Nick
to see you, man.
Weiser. I see Tom, and I see the chat. Hello.
All the cool kids are right here.
They're all right here. All of them.
The panel of dudes.
That's right.
Panel of dudes.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've gone through
Speaking
all
of
the
dudes,
Tom, now that we've gone through all the articles, what do we do? We
I
got
was just gonna say, speaking of dudes, it's Toxic Tuesday.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
it's
Ooh,
Toxic
Toxic-
Tuesday.
Well, I'm glad I'm
Yes.
here.
I think that's on
Oh,
another
glad to
channel.
have you.
Yeah, fortunately, it's on.
Actually, in
Did you
about-
guys want me to go downstairs and oil up with some cocoa butter?
Sure,
Yes.
you do that.
No,
Sure.
cut that out. Damn. No one wants to
Don't-
even have
don't-
that thought.
Don't. He might get us some super chats.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if
he
you-
might get the super chats retracted. If that's what
Some
you want.
ladies.
No. Mike, do more dances, and we'll get, and those chats will come flying.
Yeah,
I
man.
see the money coming from Tickle Trunk
I just-
alone.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me see your dance.
Oh, he's
Go ahead,
sending
Mike.
for the dance. I was gonna say I don't know what he's trying to send through. It's not super stickers. I was
No,
looking.
the second one. There's another one.
And
Yeah,
he's like-
he's making it rain $2.
He's making
Make
it
Hey,
it
rain.
rain in the
That's it?
chat. There you
That's
go.
all you can do.
And go let him grease up.
well, if it was you, Paulie, you'd probably get like 10s and 20s, but we're
better-
dealing, it's supply and demand here. You got a better body than I do. So.
Thank you for making it rain, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
All right.
I want to see Mexi Iron Dancer.
Well, I can do a sexy pose.
Just a little
Dances
pirouette.
for money, does what he wants to do.
Wow.
Oh my
Ew.
god! Showed up too.
Whoa. Well, look at the porno bots showed up.
How are you not a professional?
Wow, the freaking porno bots showed up.
Oh, we got him already. Six got him. Six shooter got the porno bot. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of six and D Bud, we started memberships at Midnight's Edge Espanol
That's
this
right.
morning. We have 6 members, including 6 and D Bud.
Wait, you turned that on
Hey.
already?
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we have
Son of a
we have
bitch.
6
I gotta
6
go over
paying
there.
members.
Yeah, you're one of the icons, man.
Shit,
You're-
I gotta
you're
go over
actually
there
one
and
of
do
the
that right
icons.
now. Damn it.
And
So what are you
yeah,
up to?
thank Gonzalo Bergali and D Bud and 6. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
awesome.
join.
So check that out, guys. And Gary, what are you up to lately, man? What's up?
I've just been working. I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago. I've been digging through my stuff in the shop, and I
Ooh.
found all kinds of neat things. So I've been
Ooh,
working and restoring them, and just things that I've been meaning to do for the past 15, 20 years and never did. So
I like
I'm
the
just-
sound of that.
Yeah, it's cool because now you guys are into this stuff too, and now I have a reason to dig it out and to clean it up and put it on display.
Well, you
So-
actually sent me a few pictures of one of your more recent projects you're working on, and I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah, the Slimer mold. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that all. That's all done. So yeah, he's coming out good. I gotta get some hands for him, but yeah, we're gonna make we're actually gonna make a Slimer for. We're gonna make one for the gal who played Slimer.
Yeah,
in
you were telling me that.
Ghostbusters. So that's
So-
who's gonna be getting that.
So now you have the maquette mold originally, right? Is that what you're
Mhm.
making it off of?
Yeah.
So
Well,
what are you
you
gonna
and-
do
you
for
and
the
I
arms though? Because you didn't have the arms, so that was what I was going to ask you: is how you actually are you building them yourself, or what are you doing?
Well, somebody else actually has the foam rubber version of that maquette, but it's rotten. It's just totally destroyed. But
Right.
the arms are in decent shape.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna call him.
work with here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him and maybe we'll work something out.
so
But
are the fingers in bad shape? Is that why you think you might have to redo the hands, or
well, there are no arms or hands. I didn't get any with the
no? With
the-
yours, but I mean the guy that you're talking about. Are you this is your-
his looked pretty good, but it was
Okay.
the puppet itself looked really bad, and he did his
Right.
best to rebuild it. But the problem is that foam rubber, it's only
Just
good for a year or
deteriorate,
two,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
gone. I've got a Chewbacca. I've got a rubber face of Chewbacca, and it's damn near gone. It's
Well,
I mean,
and
it's
you added the salt and stuff from sweat and all that stuff, and it makes it go
Oh, yeah.
faster. And yeah.
it goes. But so hopefully I can get that together. If not, I can just sculpt them up or something. But
right.
we had talked about, Tom, it was interesting. I didn't even think about this until I started looking at the Ghostbusters, the book that I have here. And I found a photo of that Slimer puppet.
I have
And I think that, you had mentioned to me, well, they probably just threw it in the shot. And I'm thinking, well, wait, the maquette, you could see the maquette. It's right next to the rest of the puppets, and it's foam, and it's painted with the same chroma key paint that they use to film. Right. So they actually use the puppet to film. And I think it's in the shot where Egon hits the wand and he destroys the bar. And then you see Slimer kind of like, like you said, they just kind of
literally flips over. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you look, the thing's just kind of flying out of the shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
They obviously couldn't do that with the life-size Slimer because it's a larger scale than it is in real life. It's a 2-to-1. Right. So I bet they just took the maquette and they painted it up and they're like, let's just throw it in this shot. And that's how they got it. So I think that was the one that my pup.
Or they threw it in front of a green screen and posed it over or something
blue screen. Yeah, but that's pretty much how they did it.
Gary, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you cataloging all your stuff?
Oh yeah.
As you're doing a cleanup?
Now I am. Yeah, I didn't used to. But
I document
a lot of stuff.
The awesome thing is that Gary does is, and you can share the link in the private chat, and I can throw it in the chatter if you're. I should make you a mod if not. But your wife actually has a bunny rescue, so from time to time you put some of these pieces up for auction, don't you?
Yeah. I usually put castings of stuff up on the auction, and I always make them affordable for everybody.
So you can actually get a chance at getting some of these cool things.
Yeah. Yes, you can, and we're gonna. I think my wife's gonna be having another auction come sometime around Easter.
Cool.
Because Easter's a big thing for the rabbit rescue, so I'll put some more of this fun stuff up. But just some things I was working on, the other night. This is a piece from Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie.
Ooh, right. You actually worked on the second and third one, right?
Yeah, it's there are a bunch of tiles that are on the. The cursed treasure chest from the first movie. You guys remember that? Where they put the coin in. So they're actually made up. The entire chest is made up out of these plastic tiles, and they're just basically repeated. And I happen to have a couple of them, and the molds are deteriorating because it's already been damn near 20 years.
Yeah,
but yeah,
actually, I think it has been 20 years because didn't it come out in 2002,
isn't it? Yeah,
2 or 3. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's about 20 years.
It's not 2001, but it's at least 2 or 3. I know that.
Well, the molds were definitely made 20 years ago. So
maybe it was 2001. Maybe you're right, Script.
They're
they did look like there was some Aztec design on one of those I saw.
Yeah, these things are really cool. They're really neat. I don't remember who the designer was, but
can I see that?
Yeah,
Can
sure.
you do a close-up, Tom?
Paulie, if you want, I can still make some of these if you're interested in them.
Well, let's connect because
I'll
connect.
Actually, you guys probably ain't too far away.
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Oh, I can drop you a couple of these in the mail, no problem. I'm cleaning these up and I'm gonna make a new mold of them. So because the mold, like I said, the mold they're shot.
Well, Paul, did you ever see one of the things that I think I showed you that one things that Gary sent me? Maybe not. I'll go grab it here. Hang on.
No, I know you and Mexican Iron Taco got something.
Mexican.
How did I get this name, Iron Taco? Where did that come from?
When you come slinging your salsa at me right away, your taco.
That's a cool name. I'm hungry. I want
No, Gary, you don't listen to you stop listening to Paulie right now.
No, Gary, you listen to me.
Gary, you stop that right now, Gary. You stop that. You stop that right now.
A ver, mira. Make yourself big there, Tom.
Whoa, that's what she said.
He still got it wrapped up there too.
What is that from Stargate?
Yeah, I want to get a frame for it.
That's actually the miniature doors from the original Gozer built from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
wow!
The model that's the same scale that they used.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you guys watch the movie, when they do a really wide shot of the temple and the Ghostbusters going up through the doors, those panels are on the side of the top of the tower. And they're actually also the doors themselves too, and they reused that same sculpture in the new movie in Afterlife.
Yeah,
and that was part of the the Shandor mine. But I was real lucky to get one of those.
Amazing.
But I built out of these 3 tiles.
Yeah,
I built a reproduction of the chest from Pirates of the Caribbean. I have it in my storage unit. It's massive. I mean, it's so massive. I can't really do anything with it. I don't really have a large home or place to put it. But I mean, the cool thing is that entire chest was made primarily from these 3 tiles. That's it.
Well, then you just put cool stuff in the chest.
Yeah,
the storage.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
First Iron Heart, now Iron Taco.
Wait, what?
That's not the only thing Gary sent me. I don't have it up here, so I can't grab it right now. But he also sent me this really nice plaque with Bruce's teeth on it. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a hard one to get. Those teeth. That was really hard. For years, I searched for those. I had to trade and talk. And
I almost cried when I opened that, dude, because I did not expect that.
I know they're awesome, huh? They're really cool.
Jaws,
Bruce
the shark.
Bruce.
The shark.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that you guys know that Greg Nicotero, I think it was Greg Nicotero, the effects guy from K&B. I think that he ended up getting that fiberglass casting of Bruce at You Pick Parts in Sun Valley. Do you guys know that story?
I don't know that story, but that's cool.
So somebody, way back in the day at Universal Studios, there used to be a fiberglass Jaws shark that you could go take your picture with.
Yep.
And nobody knew this for a long time, but it was actually a fiberglass casting right out of the original mold they used to make Bruce, the original Bruce from the first Jaws. And at one point, somebody at the Universals, they're like, well, it's kind of a boring looking shark. Let's get a new one. And they did a fake resculpt of this crappy looking shark, and they threw that shark away. They threw Bruce away. Somebody was smart enough to be there, whoever this guy was that owned You Pick Parts in Sun Valley, and he picked it up and he put it on display right next to all of the cars that he was junking and hauling.
Yep.
And people would go to this place for years and say, I'll give you 50 grand, I'll give you 100 grand. I was one of those guys. I'll give you whatever you want, just give me the damn shark. He's like, no, I promised it to somebody else. It's
well, didn't they have Joe Alvison or something like that come up and actually figure out if it was the right one or not?
Probably.
Who was it? I can't remember if it was him or
it might have been Joe Alves, but it was probably it ended up going to Greg Nicotero, I think.
Yeah, maybe it was
I'm not
him
mistaken.
And
Greg Nicotero, he restored it, and it's now at a museum somewhere. I haven't got to see it,
that,
but I don't know. I'm assuming that they got the molds from the teeth, because I know a guy who has the original mold. I don't know if he ended up getting them from him or they got a casting of those or copies or whatever, but hopefully they got the right teeth.
No, there's actually a video out there of Greg Nicotero restoring it. It's either on the Blu-ray or it's on YouTube, one of the two. I've seen it.
Well, that's good. It couldn't have ended up in better hands. That's good.
Yeah, and then the other thing that's funny about that is there's a similar story for the Death Star. I'm sure you know this story, Gary.
I know a little bit about it. Somebody found it at a garage sale or something.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a garage sale, but they may have bought it at a garage sale originally, but somebody bought it and they ended up using it for like 20 years as a planter, because they had no fucking clue what it was. God. And it's somehow got tossed out, and for some reason nobody knew about it, got tossed out somehow, and somebody recognized it from the road one day, and they went up and tried to buy it from this lady because she didn't realize that she had the original Death Star.
Oh,
what?
Oh my!
Oh, wow!
How did that even happen?
She had to pull out. Like
that's usually how that happens, though.
Somebody tossed it.
That's usually how it happens. That's kind of like the person who has like a comic they don't realize is worth a lot of money. They're just like, oh, this is nothing, dude. You want to know how many times I've gone to like a thrift store or like even like a candy store, and you're like, how is this item here for this price? Like, obviously, you're like, in your head, this is worth hundreds, sometimes thousands.
So that was one of the reasons why you wouldn't really recognize it right away. So it didn't have the satellite. So the one guy used it, I think, as a trash can for years or something like that.
God, yeah. Well, here's the thing. See, it's not like it's just a random thing. It was already at a studio. It was already at Lucasfilm. You know, unless it got out before the movie was released, maybe they got rid of it. I think
there was some of the stuff from the very first
may have happened
that got tossed without, because I know some of it also, like Script would know this because they rent, and this too, Gary. They rent a lot of stuff from prop departments. So like, a lot of the stuff that was just rented, like some of those costumes in the cantina were just rented out costumes because they didn't have enough, and other stuff that what's his face had.
Rick
line,
Baker just
Rick
threw
Baker,
a bunch
that's what
of
I'm trying to think of.
creatures in there. Yeah, like the Wolfman's in
Yeah,
there.
so
you know
like
what I
a lot
mean?
of that stuff, who knows where it wound up, but like, you know, there's some of the random stuff that has popped up on the marketplace because of that, I believe, is because it was before the film was big, and Lucas made sure to save all the stuff from Empire and Jedi, but I'm not sure how much he actually saved from the first film. And then you got to remember, they also did the special effects twice, because when he got back from Tunisia, he made him scrap that whole first year's worth of work and start from scratch.
Yeah.
So we have no idea how many of those they built over and over again, or whatever, how many different Death Stars they were.
Right.
But yeah,
it may have gotten lost in the move too from in Van Nuys. You know, they were used to be at the airport.
Possibility, they said.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. Yeah, that story I have no idea how.
But it's been restored now. It is in good shape. It's in a happy home, and it's got a new dish and everything. So it's all been completely restored. So that's at least it's not it has a happy ending, like Bruce's happy ending. Yeah. Your Muslim uncle says, for Mexican Pauly Shore.
Oh,
hey buddy, orderly.
So you remember that scene in
Pauly.
in the movie, Tom from Encino Man?
Yeah.
Remember he was talking to those three guys, the Mexican dudes?
Oh,
and then remember they're kind of acting like cholos, and they were picking up on the polyisms.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember. It's been years since I've seen it, but yeah.
Those guys are great comedians. They've been in a couple. They've been in Falling Out, Falling Down. They've been in a lot of films.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll chat. But when you said that, it totally reminded me of those actors saying that. I knew those guys at the time. I was like, oh shit, they got in this movie.
I vaguely remember. That's when they're hanging out right outside the school or in the hallway. I can't remember which, but yeah.
No, they're like at a party.
Oh, okay, it's the party scene. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They're at the party, and like there's these three vatos, and
yep. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Because Encino Man makes friends with everyone.
I have not seen that movie in like 20 fucking years.
Oh, we should do watch party.
I have it on digital, I think. I just never watched it. Because it's never been released on Blu-ray. It's barely been released on DVD.
So good.
Really?
The DVD is just a Laserdisc rip, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those movies that Disney has never really done anything with, and I can't believe like Kino Lorber or something like that hasn't picked up yet and done something with it. Or all the Pauly Shore movies, to be honest with you. Because yeah, I know everybody kind of hates him, but I mean, I like Encino Man through In the Army Now. Shit, even some of his other ones.
Son-in-law's all right.
Son-in-law's great.
I
don't care
what's
what
not to like? It's goofy, funny, stupid shit.
I mean, that's the stuff we want now. I mean, those two films were so entertaining.
I love Son-in-Law.
Pauly kind of has the same kind of sense of humor as Pauly Shore. I think so.
Iron Taco's still trying to get on me.
That was a compliment.
Throw that spicy salsa.
That was called compliment. You're funny. He's funny.
And now, for your entertainment,
we should try and get Pauly Shore on here.
Mexican Iron Taco delights.
He's got his own YouTube channel.
His rabbit chicken tortilla farm of solitude.
Oh man,
just trying to be supportive here.
Yes.
Do you think that the rabbit sanctuary would
Nick sees right through me. Nick's known me forever. Nick sees right through me.
Do you like rabbit? Do you like chicken? Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have both at the same time but can never find both at the same place? Well, Disney and Shang-Chi have taken care of that for you. That's right. You can get yourself rabbit chicken meat, now available at every Walmart and Costco. What you waiting for? Move your feet and get some rabbit chicken meat. It's good.
It's only no refund.
Oh man, you somehow made Feng Shui a little bit better.
Shang-Chi.
I said Feng Shui on purpose.
Shang-Chi, but okay.
They got huge breasts.
I'm the only one on this panel who had a great time watching it. I don't give a shit.
I haven't finished it yet. I watched the first 5 minutes and I'm like, this is an animated movie.
Wait till you get to the part where the two parking attendants somehow magically and have enough money to fly first class the next day to go to China. Freaking stupid ass bullshit.
Right. Because I look at those movies and I think about the reality of economics of characters. Sure. Okay.
Hey, you got to draw me in with your storytelling.
Did Nick ever get to tell Did Nick ever get to tell what we're watching tonight on or what we're talking about? Not watching, but tonight on Toxic Tuesday? Did you
We
get to say the title?
were going to, but we just kind of got lost in the conversation, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But tonight we're talking Spaceballs, so I'm excited to talk Spaceballs. So it's gonna be 9 p.m. Central. It's gonna be fun. You got the usual suspects coming on, and it looks like Mr. Gary here has got something to show, which I'm very curious. Oh wow, dude, that's a cereal, dude. I'm a
Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal.
And it's
cereal.
100% sugar. Now, I want that just because it says 1%.
All right, Gary's my hero. It's official.
That is fucking
Gary's my fucking hero.
I got some Perrier.
What? Knock. I told you to knock first.
Endorsed by President Scroob.
Dude, that song at the near end is so freaking catchy. I can't get it on my head. Oh man.
Spaceballs. Hold on a second.
Nice.
And then there's yogurt.
He's got more, kid.
He's got the lunch.
Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. Spaceballs, the lunchbox.
Fucking Transformers.
Yeah.
It's exactly like it. It's just...
Hey,
Oh,
so Nick, are we
God.
talking? Oh,
Go ahead, Paulie.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was gonna do a bad joke. I lost it. It was gonna be at Mike's expense too. So.
What?
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
I can't wait to talk to Spaceballs, so that's gonna be fun.
Have you seen Tim Russ's video about he goes over his acting resume and he says all people ever remember him from was from Spaceballs, or a quote to him is from Spaceballs?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a very funny video.
I fail to see the problem.
I really
I
want
don't see a
another
problem with
sneak-
it either, but he goes on like, the
That's a
theaters, and he's
compliment.
7 years on Star Trek, but all he ever gets quoted is, "We ain't found shit."
What can you say? It's one of the best lines in the movie.
It's fucking hilarious. I really wish there was a
You said
Spaceballs
Coleman
sequel.
doesn't.
There's
You
like a
know-
cartoon, I think.
Yeah, there is a
Yes,
cartoon, which I
that's
looked
horrible.
into, and I'm like, you know what? I enjoyed the sacredness of what I experienced, so
Yeah,
gonna
it's
leave it
not-
as
There's
is.
so much content to make fun of right now, though.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like it can parallel with like the crappy Star Wars that we've been getting. Mel Brooks could be cashing in on that right now. Like it would be like Tropic Thunder epic, like Spaceballs 3. Spaceballs 3, the search for Spaceballs 2. I think that was recommended by Rick Moranis. That would be great. Oh, I'd love to see it.
That would be awesome.
Who the hell are you? Prince Lone Star.
Prince?
I just found out. That's what this says. I'm an honest-to-God prince. Will you marry me?
Well, let me think about it. Yes.
The Revenge of Valium. There you go, right there.
I love Daphne and A Sure Thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, she's great. Oh, I got one more Spaceballs thing. I got one more.
Oh, do show. I'm not.
He's actually got to go get this one.
Oh, is that a toilet?
Is
in
it
the
Dark
back left
Helmet?
corner?
Is it the helmet? Because that would be awesome.
Please tell me it's the actual helmet of Dark Helmet. If he has to come over and wear it.
I think Rick Moranis and Mel Brooks signed the one that they had and gave it over, but.
Well, do we want things to be ridiculous or ludicrous?
Oh,
Oh,
original mold. Or...
It's out of the original mold, which were, I think they're pretty much long gone by now.
Damn.
But yeah, I got his little tail too. I haven't put the tail on yet.
Oh man.
But yeah, this is the only one that I have. I just started cleaning him up. I'm gonna restore him. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Great job.
I'm a Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Always when I'm eating.
Stop looking up my skirt. Sorry.
Sorry, it's got a mind of its own.
Hey, oh damn it, Tommy Boy. What's the guy's name?
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Chris Farley. You know that whole like that's gonna leave a mark.
That comes from
Took
Spaceballs,
that
yeah.
from John Candy.
Yep.
All these years, I'm like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, and Melissa McCarthy stole it from both of them, so
Yeah, well,
she does it all the time now. Yeah.
Nice.
We were just talking about Tommy Boy earlier, actually.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
I mentioned that Dan Aykroyd plays essentially like J.J. Abrams, Alex Kurtzman, all those types that just want to buy the brand and then put their own thing inside the box.
Zelensky.
Yep.
It's not John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock. Holy snarkies! Oh, I need to rewatch
Your
that
brain
movie
has
again.
a thin candy coating.
So funny. That movie's so good, man.
What was that?
It holds
How
up.
about the broken car door that Farley breaks, and then like Spade Master's like, "What'd you do?"
What did I catch a niner in there? Or you call it on a walkie-talkie?
That needs to be a Toxic Tuesday as well, because Farley's he's a toxic male shamelessly. He's just so chaotic, and he's kind of reeks of like having a same-ish like performance, but it's so good and the execution makes up for it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman. First, I take a sip, and I massage it, and I stroke it, and I love it. I love it. It's my little pet, and then I take it, and I go, and I kill it. I killed myself.
Brothers got a hug.
You're welcome. I used to be able to do scenes from that verbatim. That's my nickname in high school was Tom.
Oh,
yes.
No. Really?
Yes.
Yep. That one's
Have you
kind of
guys ever
forgettable for me.
seen? Have you guys ever seen the screen test of Chris Farley as Shrek?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Those are very interesting.
There's a video out there. They
cool.
gathered up as much as they could of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to play Shrek, and then he passed away. So
Oh,
then, yeah, it would have been very, very interesting.
Huh.
It was
I mean,
much
I love
different
Mike
film,
Myers,
yeah.
but it would have
Yeah, I
been
do too.
really interesting.
Yeah,
to-
well, Chris Farley was being shepherded to be like a big comedic movie star, like a huge, bigger than Eddie Murphy was the
John
goal.
Candy-esque, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and he was on his way to do that, but he partied too hard, drank like 30 cups of coffee a day. Like he was not treating his body that well, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I knew guys who had partied with him because where I grew up, he grew up in Wisconsin. So like when he would come home, he would just pop into college parties and shit unannounced.
Sure.
And he would party like crazy. Like they would say, like, if everybody was drinking a shot of Jack, he'd drink the whole bottle. If somebody was doing a line of Coke, he'd do 3. He would that was the kind of guy he was. And not only that, when he'd go out to eat, he'd buy everybody dinner, but then he'd sit there and eat like 3 fucking steaks and shit like that. The only time he was clean is when he was making a movie. And people think that's what probably killed him, was more so the up and down of getting on and off the drugs so much.
Yeah,
is probably what did it to him, because he was one of those where when he was working on a movie, unlike John Belushi, he was 100% clean during a movie shoot. And then as soon as the shoot would end, he'd go party like fucking crazy. And that's probably what did him in, is what they're saying.
What a contrast. But I think Paulie's got to go. But for real, though, what a contrast.
All right, Paulie.
Both ways didn't work. So,
Paulie, can you promote what we got going on?
yeah, man. Yeah. We got a live watch party with Arum and Maria Tiwatelli.
Yeah.
It's a new show called It's a new show called The Promised Land, and it's a real good drama. We're digging it.
A lot about it.
We're getting behind it, and this is the second to last episode. They're dropping every Tuesday. So if you want to check it out, come and join us in a few minutes. These two ladies are awesome, and it's a great cast. We had the lead actor on last week, and so there's a lot of great insight. So it's called Promised Land. We'll be doing our watch party in a few minutes.
All right, so we'll throw the link in there for you guys. You can go ahead on over there and check that out. And then at 9 p.m. Central, which is in just over an hour and a half, or just roughly about an hour and 10 minutes, we're going to be heading over to Nick Weiser to talk about some Spaceballs. So catch us there. If you got the link for that, Nick, go ahead and share that.
Yeah, I'll set it up right now for you, sir.
Our watch party is not long, so you can do a little bit of both. But
I figured you'd
guys.
be done about the same time, so yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. See, you hop on from one party to the other. Take care, Paulie.
Yeah, guys. Have a good one. Gary, I'll hit you up.
bro. Okay.
Peace.
Bye, brother.
All right, and there's the link for Nick Weiser's. There you go. And so
Toxic Tuesday. I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one to talk about. Especially for me, what's cool about this one, and a lot of people are gonna give me crap for this in the chat, and trust me, send your pitchforks. I came into this flick as a normie, which I'm almost glad I came into as a normie. So I was just like, holy crap, what am I?
Spaceballs was Andre's Star Wars growing up. He didn't see Star Wars until he was a teenager.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't realize it was a parody. He didn't realize it was a parody until years later. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Crazy. That is weird. I can't even imagine that.
That is the weirdest.
I can
thing I've
because
ever heard.
comedies don't like American comedies do not travel well internationally, so they're sometimes taken seriously.
Wow.
Just
Not
because
just
of the
that,
language difference. But like Andre was a very astute guy because he learned English young, pretty much, and
he had never seen Star Wars. Star Wars was never big there.
yeah,
And he didn't see him until the special editions came out, and then he was already like 16, 17 or whatever. So at that point, he's like, yeah, he saw him there, all right. He's like, but the thing that clicked with him more was that, oh my god, Spaceballs is a parody of this. Like it took him he never knew.
Wow.
So I had the reverse issue. Because for me, this is my first time seeing Spaceballs, and I was like,
so you've never seen it before?
I had never seen it in my entire life. Like I knew about it, and there's always gonna be a few flicks that you miss in your life, and that was one of the few. But I watched it twice recently, not of obligation, because I watched it the first time because I need to get some knowledge. Also, I just enjoyed it so much. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna watch it again before Toxic Tuesday. I was hooked on it immediately. Like I fell in love with the characters, with the parody aspect of it, and the rewatch had the same laughs again. Even though I could see things coming, I could still laugh. And that to me is when you got good comedy, and also being the dad humor. I'm a big fan of dad humor. That stuff ratchets it to 11.
I swear that's gotta be one of the last PG rated movies with the F word in it too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't know
even
about
in the future nothing works. Yeah,
even in the future nothing works. Yeah,
Wasn't it PG-13?
They snuck that in.
No, it was only PG. They managed to get away with it. Yeah.
Wow.
Because back then you could say, like even back then PG-13 was lenient enough where you could get away with
one or two.
Yeah, you could get away with almost an endless amount as long as it wasn't in a sexual connotation. That was the whole thing about it. As long you could show tits, you could say the F word as long as you, like George Carlin said, you can say I fuck you, but you can't say I want to fuck you. No. That's the difference. Yeah,
that's kind of like in the Spider-Man animated series in the 90s, where like you can have laser guns, but you can't have bullets in the guns.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense. Yeah.
Blade had a lightsaber on that cartoon.
Yes, yeah, even for instance, like Police Academy 2 got away with almost just as much nudity as the first film in a PG-13 rating because they just happened to have no F words and stuff in it, and it wasn't in a sexual way. Wow. It was just the two girls on the beach who got their tops pulled off or whatever, and they go up and they slap the one guy or whatever, and that's it.
I love those stupid ass movies.
I
They're
love
so
the Police
great.
Academy films.
They're so fucking great. Michael Winslow's awesome.
Yeah,
What are you thinking? We watch those Police Academy movies for fun?
Dude, the karate scenes are fucking hilarious.
Sure, they had the one guy who did all the noises. Wee oo, wee oo. I love that bit.
Oh shit.
Michael Winslow is great. What are you in here for? Hang on. God damn it, stop that.
He was in Spaceballs also.
Yeah. They lost the bleeps, lost the creeps, lost the sweeps. What? That's not all he's lost.
You see the screen and it's static and you hear this shh and it cuts to him. He's like, shit.
Well, it appears we've been jammed. Raspberry. There's only one person who dare gives me the raspberry. Lone Star.
So in that scene when the camera like moves into Harold Ramis, you see Colonel Sanders. He's like this. He's like, and he moves out of the way. That's so
what the hell am I looking at? This is now, sir.
Now, what happened to then?
That was then. But when will then be now?
Soon. Fucking Spaceballs.
The movie, we're not even done making it yet.
I mean, that's ahead of its time joke when it comes to just the digital media.
Yeah, it is.
Instant video cassette.
I like how there's 14 plus Rocky movies. How prophetic.
They're halfway there now.
Yeah, I know, right? Literally like that. I was like, oh, hey,
Now,
this movie.
Bongo's review of Rocky 5.
The Jawas, dude. How they like? Oh, hey, they call like a bunch of like characters from Disney. I'm like, oh my god, that's weirdly
What's funny is
prophetic
if you
too.
listen to the background of that scene, you can actually hear like a thing from the movie or whatever, and it's like somebody being Stallone or something like that. I swear from my memory, it's like, yo, I thought I was gonna lose this time, but
Yeah.
or no, that guy's like, I really thought Rocky was gonna lose this time, but he won. It was like, okay, it was one of those two things, either the reviewer or a voice of Rocky saying, I can't remember which, but like, yeah, you can hear it in the background just faintly. Like, I thought I was gonna lose this time.
Yeah. Did you guys know that it was Dom DeLuise that played Pizza the Hut?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
For years, I didn't know that, man.
Well,
That's
if it isn't Lone Star, his sidekick, Puke.
Puke, whatever.
Mel always has to have him in his movies, and
he was great as the Godfather assassin in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I was gonna say what happened. I can't remember script. Maybe you know, but like something happened where he was filming something else, or something was going on where he couldn't even be in the movie proper because I think he was meant to play a different part, and it just so happened they had him come in and do the voice for Pizza the Hut. But
wasn't he doing like Candid Camera at that time?
that could have been. He was doing something, and I think he was supposed to play shit. Was he originally going to be Barf?
I don't think so.
Maybe
think
he was
Candy
going to be the king.
I was thinking that too, but I'm not sure because what's his face is in all of Mel's movies too. So,
save her, Lone Star. And if it's all possible, try to save the car.
Not in here, buddy. This is a Mercedes.
Oh God.
Well, I wonder if she's glad.
Oh, Lordy.
We miss you, Mel Brooks. You need to come back.
Yes,
right now.
good
right
God,
now.
Gertie.
We need you back now.
We need Blazing Saddles too.
He's out of jokes, unfortunately. I mean, Mel Brooks, he has other writing partners. Then they've all retired. They're not doing stuff anymore. Mel Brooks' main joke was the producers, which is a great thing. But he was kind of like the weakest writer on Get Smart, and Gene Wilder wrote Young Frankenstein.
Well, somebody else wrote Spaceballs as well. I don't think.
Someone else wrote Spaceballs.
He was
right,
a co-writer,
but just having Mel Brooks as like a head,
director,
as
actor,
a producer or something on your movie and making it a Mel Brooks movie, it would give them permission to do the things that are not okay to do. You know what I mean? Like we could get something even beyond Tropic Thunder. That would be fucking
the best
beautiful.
yet. Spaceballs 3, Blazing Saddles 2.
Yes. Space Western.
The ultimate
Black
crossover
Schwartz
movie.
user.
Yes. Oh, my face hurts.
The sheriff is a Schwartz user. Last Schwartz is huge.
Oh God! Stop.
That's good.
And bring back Tim Russ. It's him. You know.
I'm sure we can get that. See, we just need to go write that script.
Yeah. We need you, Mel Brooks.
Oh Lord. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. So we're gonna wrap things up here, kids, so we can get us a little time in between here. Thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Real quick, I got one last thing to show. I'm so sorry. I should have.
No, you're gonna bring this up earlier. I totally spaced it out.
So this is from Andy Masterson. I want to say a huge thank you. This came today. Hopefully this is gonna work. Chrome has lost permission to capture my screen. Hold on, we're having issues, people. Hold on.
Please stand by.
I think my computer may have hold on. Shit, come on.
Did you just? Is it a big toy?
I can't do
Please
it.
take this opportunity to visit our lobby.
I'm gonna have to do it on Thursday. So I guess I had an
went and
update.
visited the lobby.
I had an update on my Mac, and all my sharing permissions have been reset, so I can't share anything. Sorry.
So
all right, Andy.
What is it?
And everybody, stay tuned. He did a Mex. God, it's downstairs, or otherwise I go get it. He made a Mexican Iron Man figure. And it's freaking. Son of a bitch. It's downstairs, and I'm upstairs, and I'll show it off on Thursday because I'll have all the video and pictures.
Or try to hop in on a morning show and do it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be super sweet. Because we got to have Gary come back on a morning show soon too. Yeah.
And speaking of morning shows, shout out to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Hopefully you feel better.
Yeah, feel better soon, bud.
Yeah, man. And sorry I couldn't be there this morning. I didn't know about it, so otherwise I would have gotten out.
Same here. Sorry,
guys.
I think part of the reason, Bryant, is at first I don't think Mel could contractually make any sequels, but at this point, I just don't see it happening. It'd be nice. There was that
make a sequel.
Well, he had this deal with George Lucas where he couldn't make any merchandise and he couldn't do a bunch of other things, and I think a sequel was part of that, if I remember right.
Oh,
and that's part of the reason they made fun of it in the movie, is that there was never going to be a sequel, period. And not like Mel has ever made a sequel anyway. So
wouldn't that translate to Disney now? Could they?
That's the thing, is now that Disney, because I've seen merchandising now that Disney owns both, technically, I think, well, see, that's the thing, is there's a Spaceballs is under a wonky thing because I think Fox had some kind of distribution deal with it. And then it's an MGM film. And I think that, so now actually I think it'd be under Amazon, but for a while there, Fox was handling MGM's distribution. So there was synergy there, and they did like a Spaceballs shirt. They did some other things that were actual official merchandise. Cause I have a Spaceballs, the t-shirt, and it's official merchandise. So like there is some out there now. There's been a few things, but I don't think he can make figures and a few other things still. Because that's a deal he made with George Lucas that he's like, just don't sue me.
Wow.
George is like, no, I like parodies, just don't make any merchandise. And I think he said something about sequels. So yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I think it's on the commentary if I remember right. And then we had a super chat earlier from Floral Under a Rock. Let me see here if I can bring it up on screen. There it is. It says, my dream movie. John Candy and Chris Farley are brothers that have to plan their mom's funeral. It would have been a classic. John's almost old enough to play his dad, but yeah. Yeah, that would have been funny.
I've been down.
Son of Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
Buck Jr.
So
Man,
Macaulay Culkin's character, he grew up to become Chris Farley.
Like some kid that he didn't know he had just shows up at his door.
Yeah.
I'm your son.
I don't look at anything like me.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid will happen if I ever go back to the Caribbean or Central America.
Don't go back.
I was a pretty active shooter those years.
Don't go back. They don't exist if you don't go back.
Son of a buck. There you go. That works.
Yes.
Son of a buck. Yeah.
What a great title.
That's a good title. Yeah. I really like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, without John Hughes and John Candy, though, it just kind of.
I want the Three Amigos Part 2.
Oh.
That we could still do.
Yes.
Yeah. You could still, I mean, Steve Martin and Martin Short still work closely together. I highly recommend Only Murders in the Building. It's quite funny.
I don't know if they'll work with Chevy Chase, though. That's a good question.
Chevy Chase is never the funny one in that trio.
No, well, he doesn't have a lot of fans anymore. He even fucked up his comeback, so.
That sucks, man. I love Chevy Chase. I've
heard so many horror stories about him, though.
Oh, he's a nightmare. He's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, you've heard them too?
Oh man, he's like, I mean, probably worse than Val Kilmer, I'd say. I mean,
what's this deal with Val Kilmer? Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, I heard the one
just treated people like garbage. I mean, really did. He had a bad attitude. He treated people like shit, including his wife, and then it just finally turned around on him. People just stopped taking the shit. It's the same thing with Chevy Chase. People stopped taking his shit.
Bruce Willis, yeah, same thing.
And it's sad because, God, you wouldn't know if you watch his movies, but then you just see, like, why aren't they working together anymore? And then, you'll see, like, the last movie he'll do with one of his friends, and then they don't work together. I'm like, why isn't Dan Aykroyd working with him anymore? That movie they did, the Valkenvania movie that Dan Aykroyd directed. Treated him like
nothing but trouble.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, is one of his best friends treated him like absolute garbage with disrespect. The crew said that Dan Aykroyd was just like awesome, super cool to work with. He's great. He would have been a great director.
I've heard great stories about him. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been.
They wanted to do that since the Spies Like Us, I think, right? And that's when everything went. I know with Val Kilmer, he got a chip on his shoulder when Arnold Schwarzenegger vetoed him for being the T-1000.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, and then that's why when he was doing Batman and Robin, and Schwarzenegger came in, he's like, either Schwarzenegger goes or I go, and Val Kilmer left.
Yeah, because Warner's like, yeah, we're gonna stick with Schwarzenegger.
Yep, pretty much.
You're replaceable.
Because I have heard stories like in the 90s that Val Kilmer was difficult to work with, but I know in the early 2000s he was actually kind of like mellowed out.
Well, I watched some of his documentary with the video thing. Of course, that's from his personal stuff, so I'm sure he's not going to show any of him being an asshole in it. But I mean, everybody seems pretty friendly with him, and he just normally seems like a pretty chill guy. It seems like so. I guess that's just kind of
he's probably mellowed out, but you know that whole thing with the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh
yeah.
Well, anybody who had to work with Brando on that probably would have went insane, from what I heard.
Dude, what a mess! That poor director. But yeah, Chevy's Chase. Like, I wish we had more Chevy Chase movies. I really do. I love him.
Yeah,
I love Chevy Chase.
I mean, he fucked up Fletch. We could have had Fletch 3, and he fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah.
Yep.
Fletch. That they could have revived that as a series on Netflix or some shit.
They tried doing
talk.
Go ahead, Clevy.
I was going to say that unfortunately Kevin Smith talked about doing it. I'm glad it didn't happen, but based on the books, because the books are nothing like if I don't know if you read the Fletch books, they're nothing like the movies. Mm-hmm. And there was talk about doing a series based on the movies for a while. I mean, the books for a while, but
yeah, because the Miramax had bought the rights because Kevin Smith because they asked Kevin what he wanted to do, and it was one of the things he mentioned. So they got the rights to Fletch.
Yeah,
and or they bought into it. Universal actually still owned part of it, but they bought into it, I should say. And he was going to make it, and he got so far with it, and he got to the studio, and they're like, well, who do you see as Fletch? And he's like, well, Chevy Chase, of course, is Fletch. And they said, yeah, we don't make Chevy Chase movies.
Oh.
So he went to bat for Chevy big time. And he's like, well, if you're not going to have Chevy, I'm not going to make this movie.
Wow.
And they're like, all right, well, we'll consider it. And he went and met with Chevy. And Chevy was such a obnoxious prick to Kevin that Kevin was like, yeah, we're not making this movie. Not with him. And then for a while, they were going to do Fletch 1 with Jason Lee, and it just never came to fruition. But yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard. I don't know if it was, maybe it wasn't Smith. Someone wanted to adapt the books, which again are
he was going to adapt Fletch 1. Yes, yeah,
way different from the books. They were more serious.
They were going to do Fletch 1, and then for a while there, I think Ryan Reynolds was attached, and that had Kevin nothing to do with Kevin anymore.
I don't know why they would adapt that one. They should adapt the early ones, but yeah, I mean, those were good books.
Because Fletch 1 is like the origin story, because that was during the origin story phase of things in Hollywood.
Oh, okay, I got you. I did not know that.
Yeah,
but yes, to what someone asked in the chat, yes, the books are more serious. And
the
first movie does adapt the first book story wise, but Fletch the character is very different.
Well, it's because Chevy Chase wanted a Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. That's what he wanted.
Yes,
that's exactly what he said to the studio. He goes, "I want a Beverly Hills Cop," so they got Fletch for him.
Gotcha.
That's why they got Harold Faltermeyer doing the music. That's why he basically acts like an Eddie Murphy character.
It is a fun movie though.
He's basically Axel Foley being Fletch, if you really kind of pay attention.
Yep. Yeah. It's like, Chevy, you've been working 10 years longer than Eddie Murphy. You really want to be following in his footsteps, not setting a trend?
Don't get me wrong, though. I love the first two Fletch movies. Even the second one I have an affinity for.
Me too. Cleveland Little steals that one.
Yes, he does. We talked about him earlier.
Yeah,
it's twice today. This says Val Kilmer retired from acting due to throat cancer. Yes, he did. But I hear he's making a little bit of a comeback though, and his son sounds just like him.
Well, he's somehow going to be in Top Gun if that movie ever comes out.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I was so looking forward to it.
Did you guys see his documentary thing with all his home movies and stuff? His son narrates it, and his son sounds just like him.
Wow.
I thought it was him at first. I'm like, oh, they must have recorded this stuff before he lost his voice. And then all of a sudden, the thing I seen was like his son, it was his son's name or whatever is the narrator. I'm like, holy shit.
Interesting.
He sounds just like it's crazy. So I think that's what they've been doing. Wasn't it YouScript that was telling me something like that? Or somebody was telling me like maybe it was somebody else that I was talking to about where that's basically what they've been doing is like there was another movie he was in where they had his son do his voice for the ADR.
Mm-hmm.
No, that wasn't for me, but I wouldn't be surprised because I've seen the trailer for his documentary. I think I've got it somewhere around here.
Yeah, that's not his voice. That's his son's
his
voice.
kid. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way they could do it then. If they wanted to have him in the film, they could have his son just do the ADR.
Yep. Yeah, because his voice is pretty bad, I guess, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've not heard him talk, but yeah. Yeah, that's one of Chevy's that doesn't get a lot of love, and it's a John Carpenter flick as well.
I saw that movie in the theater when I was a kid. I enjoyed it. I love Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
me
But
too.
again, like another story I heard about, Carpenter's like, no, the guy's a prick. He's just a pain in the ass to work with. It's terrible.
And we got another guest joining us, even though we're just about to wrap up here. We have Jolly. How you doing?
Hey, welcome to Jolly After Dark. Actually, I needed to pop in here for just a second, Tom. I need to borrow your Mexican because we got a taco truck over here and the pots are cold.
What the hell?
Oh.
What?
Wow.
Wait, what? Am I getting appropriated?
You've got some massive little furry blue balls there.
Wait.
I thought you were my main chef. What's going on here?
Oh, wow.
It was so awesome to have Jolly on the show. Thanks for showing up.
You just got tuck and roll on me.
That was
Tuck
good.
and roll, baby, tonight. You gonna tuck and roll tonight.
Oh Lord.
You're not gonna make the tacos then?
No, I'm not. Look, I'm Mexican, but I'm more of a fancy pants Mexican. Come on.
He's bougie as hell. He was being bougie as fuck earlier.
Oh, tostadas then. Okay, cool.
All right, we're gonna play that, huh? Okay, all right, Be ashamed I mean, it's a wonder how these things happen. How you can be living a normal life, Jolly, and life's going great, and you're taking your hose out, and you got a home, and then all of a sudden you can't cash a check, and you get audited by the IRS.
Oh
These
no!
things they can just magically happen. You just don't know how they happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got an accountant.
Watch your step, buddy.
That's right. I do have an accountant. Well, I got two of them actually, but the one that's the best at it, he would probably mess my whole life up if I piss him off. So I'll try to keep myself in line. So if you would please, Mr. Iron Man Mexican Sir, could you help me with the festivities over on Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, if it's I need about 45 minutes, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, thanks for having me on, Tom.
Of course, I put the link in there for a reason for you guys to hop on in if you were available. And I think Soul Assassin's right here, Mike. You're a Boujican.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty freaking good.
And you are one of the more bougie, and I'm bougie as fuck. You're bougier than me, like by a long shot.
Bougie as fuck. I like that.
Yeah, me and Tom can be a little bit prima donna sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what we have in common. And we can be potty mouth.
Absolutely.
That's why we have script to keep us in line.
But it sounds like Jolly needs your help. So.
Yes. Tom, I have a quick question. I keep asking it, but I never quite got the answer. Did you get your 4 set of turtles today?
I did, and I was upset with how their situation was set up in the couldn't buy 2 sets of characters, even though they said the limit was 2. So hopefully they fix that down the road. But yes, I did. I did get the order in.
Speaking of sets, Tom, I got one at my comic shop by my guy who I'm very well connected with. He got a set of John Kreese and Raphael. So
nice.
Just saying, yeah, because they have the Ninja Turtles and Cobra Kai ones, and I have
I actually got them coming. So
I actually got here's my Michelangelo and LaRusso. I gotta get out of the box, but no, of course I have Johnny Lawrence right here, and sucker right here. Johnny Lawrence. It looks a little weird, but I do like Michelangelo and LaRusso set. Of course I have Donatello somewhere, but Since I don't have that one, I'll just show up the Undertaker Donatello. So
Undertaker Donatello.
Why not? It looks badass. Undertaker Donatello with the championship. I mean, come on. How do you go wrong with that? Undertaker Donatello. It's badass with the belt, the Seath. Yes. Anyways, that's all I've got for today.
No, I actually got lucky. Big Bad Toy Store had them in stock, so I.
Oh, nice, nice, dude, killer.
But
Hash brown, very cool.
And the Last Ronin #5 finally comes out next month too.
Yes. But with that, I think we're going to wrap this up so Mikey can go help Jolly so we can get over to Nick's channel and talk some Spaceballs and all that business. Thank you all for being here. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Check out Jolly's channel. Check out, Snowdub. Check out Gary's. Do you have a channel yet, Gary?
No, just check out my my wife's
your wife's
Rabbit Rescue, the bunnytrailrescue.com.
Yes.
And check it out. And if you guys want to throw her a couple bucks, that would be great too. So thank you.
And like you said, hopefully you'll have another auction coming up here soon. So
I will. And when I do, I will let you guys know.
Sounds good. And we got Clobby. Check out his channel. He's always doing fun stuff over there. Script Doctor's been doing some gameplays and other things. Check out his channel. Mikey's been doing a lot of unboxing videos, so check out his channel as well. And of course, head on over to Nick Weiser so we can talk Spaceballs here. And what are you going to say, Jolly?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you're one sexy dude, Tom. I like you a lot.
Well, you're sexier because you're blue.
That's true. That's true.
And you got more hair than me.
It's the mustache.
I do enjoy the mustache. It does look nice.
Get a room, 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 get a room.
I'm suddenly really hungry for rabbit right now, so I'm.
Me too.
And with that,
stop by for some tacos. Then I got a good cook.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you're so racial.
What the hell is this button?
Vulture.
Oh.